TikTok time to rock. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone who's watching from all over the world. It is your friendly neighborhood philosopher here, D Wood. And with me, I've got Jai and DOC here for our first installment of DAWAH Wars 2026. Don't know if you guys have been paying attention. I have not been able to keep up with the DAWAH Wars. They've been attacking each other left and right, fearing each other left and right. And you're not a Muslim. Well, you're not a Muslim. And then they start whining. Well, if you're saying I'm not a Muslim, then you're saying I'm an apostate, and anyone can come up to me and kill me. And it's going, well, you're saying I'm an apostate, but so someone's gonna kill me. And meanwhile, they all want to kill us. So anyway, these are some weird times. Yo, Jai and DOC, you guys have been trying to keep up with this. How's it going? Oh wait, hang on. This thing went weird. I normally click on them beforehand and it works. That work? Right there. That work?
Yes.
All right,
Hello.
There we go. So you guys have been keeping up with this stuff. I was live last night and everyone's messaging me and people are posting in the chat that these guys are like going to war against each other. And Jake is apparently going off on everybody. I tuned in for, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes or something like that sometime after. Well, they were still going when everyone's like, oh my goodness, it's 8 hours in and they're still going. And I clicked on it at some point and it was those two, it was Jake and Daniel, and they're actually like whining about each other. Well, you're saying I'm not a real Muslim, so you're saying I could be killed. And well, you're saying I'm not a real Muslim, so I could be killed. And then it was, hey, AP, if you're just sitting there goofing off, man, been letting you slide because you said you're traveling, and then you go live last night, don't even say anything to me, like a total dirtbag. I start wondering if you're actually on Malik's team somehow. But hey, if you're just sitting there, man, call in. Or if you're busy, don't worry about it, because the DAWAH Wars speak for themselves. But anyway, they were complaining, and then it was something like, well, you're telling them that they can kill me, and it's like, well, you're in Texas, so who's going to actually do that in Texas? I'm in Morocco, where people will really do something to me, and it's like, you guys constantly, you're all going to be killed when we get to power, and then as soon as it's you guys against each other, it's wrong and immoral because you can try to get someone hurt. What a bunch of cowards. So what do you? That's all I saw. I've seen people sharing messages about the DAWAH Wars. Oh, and I saw the other day, I saw a little clip someone had put on YouTube where, like, Jake was saying Hamza's not a real Muslim, and Hamza was saying he doesn't care or something like that. But that's pretty much all I've seen since the end of last year when you had Malik. Malik just exposed everyone. So, IP over in the chat, he said, if AP calls in, then maybe I'll call in. Then we can fight about who is the real Christian. Yeah, and then we'll all attack each other and declare that every other person is a fake Christian, and then we'll say we all have to kill each other like DAWAH clowns. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's been pretty local, Holmes. Like, I just wanted to come out with my true identity, because before Malik's me, essay, it's like, it's not really Jai, it's Hi. It's actually, that's how you say it.
Hi.
Because that's how we say it in Espanol, you know what I'm saying? So before Malik's me, Holmes, I just want to come out and let people know my true identity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cool, Vato. And people keep reminding me that, like, if they weren't watching any of the previous stuff, they'll have no clue what's going on. But yeah, everyone, Malik is like this.
We stand with Cigara, Holmes. We stand with Cigara.
Yeah. So Malik, this champion investigator, he does his researches on these little websites that he has do background checks, but they get like half the stuff right because they're just like searching through internet stuff, searching for addresses and who lives there and stuff. But yeah, he has this. He proclaimed that my real name is David Segara, and I'm actually Mexican, and I'm just pretending to be this white guy, David Wood, to cover up my true identity. And so, yeah, anytime we're talking about Malik, we've been exposed, so we might as well just talk with our real, ethnic backgrounds in mind. And so, but Hi, my buddy Hi here, he wasn't born into it, but if you join my gang, if you join my cartel, then you're officially Mexican. You become officially Mexican. So Hey,
Yeah,
someone said, David, don't ever say vato in the barrios. Why not, man? That's how I roll. I go, hey, ¿qué pasa, vatos?
Yeah,
Um,
that's
it's been pretty crazy. I mean, it's like 2 weeks in to 2026, and DAWAH is crumbling. It's crumbling.
so. Last night we had the big DAWAH wars. Went to Jake's channel. Jake just snapping on everyone, just
Oh
going
no! First
crazy.
thing we saw Ali Dawah's video, right?
Oh yeah. First we saw Alidawa's video. Alidawa was snapping at Jake, calling him names and etc., and blaming him for coming after people. Then Jake goes live, and then Jai buys me some popcorn, and
It was like
sit
midnight here, and I got her popcorn
got-
for real. We really got popcorn.
at midnight.
so you actually
And
did it, not just the meme where everyone.
Yeah, we really got
No,
popcorn
we really
for
did.
real.
For real. And I was watching it, saying, "Ooh, ooh, it's getting worse, it's getting worse." I fell asleep. I woke up. They were still fighting on a long 10-hour stream.
Oh, we could call that the Zoot stream because it went all night
All
long,
night
like
long.
the Zoot.
I've never seen anything like this before. What's happening? I started thinking something going on with them mentally, maybe like having a mental breakdown. That's what it looks like.
Then all of a sudden,
Who fights for 10 hours straight?
yeah. So Jake, we're like, okay, Jake is going crazy. Then all of a sudden, Dean comes in. Then all of a sudden, Daniel comes in, and we're like, yo, what's Muhammad
happening?
Hijab gonna come next? Like, what's going on? And so, we didn't watch all 10 hours. So what we're gonna see tonight is just a snippet. It's a snippet of kind of the lead up to this, and then what's going on, and then we got some of the key parts. But man, there's a lot there. So we could stream on this like all week.
Yeah, because we have so many hours we didn't go through.
Yeah.
And it kept crashing all the editing apps we were trying because it's 10 hours.
I didn't even know you could stream for 10 hours. I thought it was locked in at 8 or something. I didn't even know you could go for 10 hours.
They're breaking records.
Breaking records, man.
Yeah, and I just have to say to all you DAWAH guys out there, this is a bad time to be in full meltdown mode. I mean, a bad time. You guys just mentioned it's so bad right now. We could go live on this every single day. But then, like, with the Malik drama and him, like, trying to incite everyone. And to be fair, some people think he's actually Mossad and so on. So this could be deliberate. But with him basically encouraging people as much as possible to desecrate the Quran in all these new and fancy ways that, like, and all the stupid stuff he comes up with. So, yeah, I'm actually a Mexican, according to him. And then he had this idiotically fake video. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Because we've already gone through that. Me and Thaddeus has gone through that. But when we were live on Saturday on you guys' channel, we were trying to figure out, like, why is this girl in this fake interview saying that my real name isn't David Wood. My real name is something else.
You called it, though. You called it.
Yeah,
you're like, they
said-
must think I have a fake name or something.
And they did.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
it was.
Because you got the wrong David.
Yeah, I thought it was like for legal protection or something like that. Like, oh, I wasn't talking about David Wood. I wasn't talking about him, but it's actually he actually thinks you are a hidden Mexican.
Like a Latino.
Yeah.
I was like, he doesn't look like a Latino. I mean, I'm not an expert, but
Yeah, and that was the infamous Sheikh Uthman blunder there. The Sheikh Uthman blunder is where you've got something, you do something and it's obviously fake, but we can't prove that it's fake to your followers. We can't do it. It's impossible. You can't. So we can look at the fake blood and say that is obviously fake blood. That is exactly what fake blood looks like. That is not what real blood looks like. So you obviously fake this. That would never have impressed his fans to be like, no, you just hate him because he's so powerful in his dawah. So we couldn't have proven it, but then the idiot, because he's so used to lying and he knows his fans never call him on his lies, he done messed up. He said, yes, and I filed the police report, and the guy went to court, and he was convicted, and now he's in prison, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. And police, no, we have no record of this. This never happened. The place where it happened, because he's right outside this place, we have no record of police being here, any crime occurring. And then the courts, no, there's no record of anyone ever being charged or convicted of any of this. So he made it so he made something that we couldn't have conclusively disproven to something we can conclusively disprove and prove that the guy's a liar. And then Malik, tactical genius, since he's buddies with Sheikh Uthman, he said, hey, that really worked so well for Sheikh Uthman. How can I make this work for me? And instead of just saying, "Oh, we located the victim," guess what? We couldn't have proven that. If I say I heard from someone who said Malik did this 30 years ago or something like this, I don't know how old he is, but if he was around 30 years ago, well, let me just say 10 years ago. Yeah, I found someone, and here's the interview. It's like, how could he disprove that? Well, I mean, he couldn't. He could just say it's obvious nonsense. But if I say a bunch of things that are really obviously easy to refute, then, I mean, that would be stupid. But anyway, yeah, so he messed up. He made it so that all I have to do is like show my birth certificate somewhere. And then he refuted himself because he said, yes, David Wood is not his real name. His real name is David Segarra. And then he shows like one of my arrest records or something like that. And it says David Wood, not David Segarra. So we're dealing with really, really stupid guys. And this is causing, Malik is single-handedly causing the biggest campaign of Quran desecration the world has ever seen. Later in this episode, I might introduce everyone to my Quran pig, an entire pig made out of the Quran. And still have to come up with the name. I'm thinking of something like Malik the Quran pig or something like that. I don't know. I'm still taking suggestions for names, everyone. But yeah, something like Malik the Quran pig or Malik the snitching Quran pig or something like that. But yeah, I'll write it down the side. And then coming up, maybe tomorrow or the next day, got some artwork. And then shortly after that, we have the Quran Demolition Ranch, where we're going to test how various calibers of various things actually impact Qurans. Like how much, what will a 44 Magnum do to how many Qurans will a 44 Magnum bullet go through and stuff like that. We'll be testing all that. What was interesting was, like my sons, they've never been interested in like going after Islam at all. They're like, okay, that's what Dad does, and that's what he does, not what they're interested in. All of a sudden today, one of my sons goes, "Yeah, I want to be in the Quran Demolition Ranch." I'm like, right? What, like watching? He goes, "No, I want to be in the video, shooting it." And I was like, "Really?" Because then you've got your whole life ahead of you, and that's what you're gonna be. Once it's on the internet, it's there forever. He goes, "Yeah, I wasn't interested in this stuff before, but now they're going after my mom, so yeah, I'm in." So anyway, that's what Malik is doing. He's taking all these people who aren't interested in this at all and horrifying them. And you're going after people's families. You're doing this. Oh, really? So yeah, guys, you'll be seeing one of my sons carrying on proudly in his father's footsteps.
Legacy.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. We know, like, the Dawah people are meant to endear people to Islam.
Yeah, they're doing a bang-up job.
Endear Islam to people.
Yeah. Malik is such a fan of you. It's hilarious. You often will say things like, Ali Dawah has become a great Christian apologist, or this guy's a great Christian apologist. And now he's trying to use your, like, lingo and what you say about these guys to David's leading so many Muslims to so many people to Islam, and he's like dude, you're not fooling anybody. I mean, well, I have to say he is fooling some people, because you mentioned like 30. I think he is around 30. He mentioned that in one of his live streams when he was celebrating his 30th birthday or something recently. Mm-hmm. And so he's like this 30-year-old guy who's hanging on TikTok with a bunch of teenagers. And when you're a teenager, you think like it's cool because like this older guy's hanging out with you. But like as you get older, you're like, oh, that guy's actually like a loser because he's like 30 years old hanging out with a bunch of 16-year-olds.
Uncle Malik.
Yeah, but
you can only dominate the 15-year-olds.
Yeah, like the 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds, they think it's cool because they're like, oh, we got this older guy hanging out with us.
It's
but
not cool.
Everyone else who's like getting a little, you're a little older or whatever, you realize like, no, that guy's actually a loser, and he can only hang out with like 15-year-olds.
He'll be 50 and he'll go to the club. I'm a rapper, trying again, all that time.
I was a rapper for 2 years back in the day when I paid someone to write my lyrics, and then I didn't actually pay them, and now they say I'm a scam artist, and then I scammed other people, and then I scammed so many people that no one trusted me, and I couldn't be in the rap game anymore, so I went on TikTok and started doing DAWAH.
Yeah. This is gonna be one of his things on his CV or his resume. It's gonna be like, yo, guys, I had this amazing beef with David Wood. It's like that's what he's gonna say. Like,
and he was scared of me. David was scared of me.
Yeah. This is the situation because early on in one of the clips when he was saying, yeah, I'm going to go to war. And he was saying, I got nothing to lose. David has everything to lose. So this is not going to go well for him. And it's like, dude, you've got the rest of your life ahead of you, and you're always going to be remembered for this. Like even more than you being a failed rap artist and a med school dropout and a scam artist. This is what you're going to be remembered for. When everyone looks back to 2026 and goes, what happened in 2026 that made everyone just start doing all this stuff with Qurans? Oh, Malik, it was Malik. And that's how you're going to be remembered in 2027, in 2028, in 2029, in 2030, and all the way up until no one remembers Islam anymore. And you'll be a big part. So anyway, that's what we've got. That guys, we've got these guys causing the world's biggest campaign of Quran desecration that anyone has ever seen. And that's happening simultaneously with the DAWAH guys all declaring war on each other. And like it's a complete meltdown in every way. We said 2 weeks ago during a live stream, we think it's going to get worse because we're going to build on what happened last year and stuff. It didn't enter our minds that it was going to go like this at the beginning of the year, like in January. We are 2 weeks into January right now, full DAWAH meltdown. And the amount of Quran desecration is going like this, because keep in mind, when we decided, hey, this is the route we're going to go, we got, people got Qurans laying around and stuff like that. But some people have to order Qurans to do their stuff, for something like a Quran demolition ranch that we need, we have to get a bunch of stuff. Like tannerite that explodes and stuff like that. So we have to get a bunch of stuff. So we have to set up for that, but this not going away. This will be all year long. And all thanks to Malik. And what are the DAWAH guys doing? Are they making him stop? No, they can't, because they're too busy fighting each other. That's where we're at. In not even halfway through January, guys. Not even halfway through January 2026.
And another thing that these guys all have in common is that, like, either like you have like the Malik, who's not really in like the DAWAH scene, but he's like just trying to be like this like gangster / Muslim type. And they have those as well. Muhammad Hijab spoke with them as well. He's like, we have our gangsters, and that's like Malik's, that's his status in Islam. He's like a gangster, type of Muslim. He's not really into DAWAH. He's not good at debating, things like that. He's not good at arguing. So he leaves it to the DAWAH guys like, Warner, who's willing to do all sorts of things with the Illuminati and stuff. He leaves it to that guy. He'll leave the debating for him. These guys lie like crazy. Mm-hmm. And we saw that last night. Jake was calling Dean a lying devil. He was calling Daniel dishonest. All like they just lie to just lie all the time to each other. And that's exactly what Malik does. He'll just say things, completely lie about it. Oh, I have Giant DOC's info. I have their info.
Where is it?
They're just not important for me to dox them. So what we're going to do is we're going to dox some like random TikToker just because he's a TikToker and he has no association with David at all. We're going to dox that guy. But we really have, Giant DOC's info. We're just sitting on it.
Bring it.
It's like okay. So this guy just lies. They lie. They all lie all the time. And it's like this is just something that they do in Islam, and they know it because they call each other out for lying. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. So that's what they have in common as well, is just the complete lying and we have this, we have that, or I do this, I believe that. They actually lie about what they believe in as well. That's what Jake was saying about Daniel. He was saying you're actually lying about what you believe in. So they lie about information they have, lie about what they believe in, and they want us to take them seriously about God. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, and they demand that we respect the book that convinces them to act like this. Respect our book that causes us to be the most repulsive, disgusting people on the planet. Yeah, okay, good luck with that. All right, let's take these first few super chats, and then we will jump into the video. Giant DOC compiled some of the recent highlights to get us all up to date. But guys, apparently it's just going to have to be, like last year, we would occasionally do a DAWAH Wars episode and stuff, a DAWAH Wars live stream. Now this might need to be like a weekly or multiple live streams per week just to try and keep up with these guys attacking each other. We want everyone to stay up to date and to constantly be sharing this stuff. Let's see. Already finding myself speaking in a D-Wood accent. Well, which one? My fake white accent or my real accent, Essay? Which one are you talking in? At certain times. Now there is going to be a secondhand Sagera accent show up, guaranteed. Okay. Should I be concerned about secondhand psychopathy? Yeah, I made a video about it. It's called dissocial psychopathy or dissocial sociopathy. And those are people who they're not they don't have these characteristics, these features of antisocial personality disorder naturally, but you can adopt them. You can, in other words, if a normal person like joins the mafia, where being a cold-blooded killer and stuff like that that's a beneficial trait there, and that's praised and valued. Well, you keep doing that more and more. Eventually, over time, you can end up behaving exactly like a psychopath or a sociopath, to where you're indistinguishable from the outside. And so, yes, you should be very worried that you are going to become a dissocial psychopath, but it has its benefits. At this rate, no one is a real Muslim. Yeah, isn't that amazing? You can point to any Muslim in the world, and everyone's pointing a finger and going, he's fake, he's an apostate, we must kill him. To add more fuel to the fire, make sure to clip Malik giving permission to rip up the Quran on your January 12th live stream timestamp. I already forgot about that, so there we go. Yep, we'll have to go through and find the clips to put them in our Quran Demolition Ranch video, where he's saying that, he's cool with all this. Dummer Malik, jeder weiß doch, Davids echter Name ist David Holtz. Mag die besten Schnitzel und mag Sauerkraut. Yeah.
So
I'm the best.
So you got it wrong. You got it wrong, Malik. He's actually German.
Yep. That's one of my other identities. I sent you a Google Doc for the debate. Your Mexican heritage will give you success in crushing Islam. Yeah, I should do I seriously don't think Jake's going to debate. He's already it seems he was planning to disrupt it. So James already messaged him, was like, are you serious about debating? Because you're talking about showing up with police and stuff, and it doesn't sound like you're actually planning on debating. We actually want to debate. This is a debate con, not trying to put on a show for everybody. So yeah, I don't even know, but yeah, I should do that with a whole bunch of do the whole debate in my Mexican accent for Malik. Yo, this Quran, man, this Quran, whoever wrote this is a bendejo, man. Stuff like that. What if it's Malik's plan to keep you busy with Quran desecration so you don't have time to do debates? What are you talking about? I've got one debate lined up, and it's the Islamic dilemma. I'll do it right now. AP is traumatized from seeing Junior and the monkey. I keep hearing about Junior and the monkey.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what that's about?
No, I keep hearing about that as well. I haven't seen yet what that's about.
Yeah, I want to ask AP first, or I guess I could just search for it in the transcript, because I don't, it's kind of hard to watch Junior, but if he's talking about doing something to a monkey or something, then we got to clip that.
I know AP ate the Quran, though. I know that.
When? In that debate?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, wait, is that correct, guys? Because I thought I saw Junior tweeting about it. He's like, look what this guy had to do in the debate. Let me double check.
Wild stuff. All right. Guess we got some stuff to check out, guys. No hay más Dios. Wait, guys, I actually know how to pronounce German. I kind of remember it from school, but Spanish never learned. So, no hay más Dios que Dios. Jesús es el Hijo de Dios. AP, tell D Wood about the monkey and Junior in trauma. I don't know if this is something that's, being blown out of proportion, or you can't tell with Junior. You can't tell. He could say something completely insane. AP debate, Junior and his boyfriend are pro-Hamas. Well, yeah, of course they are. His monkey, crouching tiger, hidden Mexican. DOC, you'll be an expert on Mexicans once you and I move to California, lo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to learn some Spanish before this whole Segara thing came out. And now look how good God is. Now everyone's speaking Mexican around me.
Spanish, yeah.
Sorry. See, I can't even say it. Spanish.
Name it Malik Al-Khanzir.
Oh, that's a good one.
What's that?
It means he's a pig.
Malik's a pig.
Arabic,
that's good.
Yeah.
Pig name Dr. Pig Leaks. I think I have a winner so far. I like the other one too. I like Dr. Pig Leaks.
Dr. Pig Leaks.
That's hilarious.
Junior harassed a monkey with a banana. The monkey was 9, but he was full grown, so it's okay. Never seen someone that dumb, and he's probably on to what? Guys, I wasn't planning on watching it because it's Junior, and I knew it was just going to be a bunch of idiotic nonsense, but no, I have to check it out. David, can you teach us how we can be caring and loving like you? What's your secret? Well, you just think, what would the most caring person do, and just do that. That's how I do it. Coronado alla Malik, Port Coran in Italian. Italian? You expect me to use Italian? We only do stuff in Spanish and Arabic.
And German. A little bit of German.
Yeah, a little bit of German. May the Zut be upon Momo. Much love from Denmark. Yeah, lots of Zut stuff coming out. Ex-felon rules apply to you, not the rest of the household. Yep, unless it's deliberate. Praying for your safety, David, and the safety of Marie and your boys. Hang in there. Keep up the good fight. Dear David, maybe chill? Love from the UK. Yeah, chill is my middle name.
Of course, it's from the UK.
It's not us that are not chilling.
Yeah.
They went 10 hours at each other. It's not us.
David, maybe try chilling in it. Does the Quran improve your bowel movement? Would you recommend it for health improvement? No. It can add a little fiber to your diet, but that's it. I Googled for a name of a female pregnant rat, and this is what came up. They are called a dam, so there. Damn the pig snitch equals rat in my neighborhood. Yeah. I told Malik, man, don't go to prison. Don't go to prison, because anytime anyone criticizes him over anything, he starts sharing all their personal info. Inmates need to see that need to see you do that one time. And it would not matter if everyone else in the prison hates that person you're doing it to. It's once they find out you're the type that will snitch, you better run up to a prison guard and say, put me in protective custody now. Because you're not going to make it.
What do inmates do to someone who says they're rich? Because didn't he send IP lots of banknotes, pictures of banknotes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. He flashed his Mossad payoff, and it's envelope filled with cash and stuff like that. No, as far as rich people, they'll try to use them. Like so if they know he's got rich mommy and daddy who always pay for everything, they'll be like, hey, if you want to be safe while you're in here, mommy and daddy need to send us this much money every month, or they,
Oh,
that's what they'll do.
see.
That's
Oh.
exactly what they'll do. En culos carados no entran zutos.
Zutos.
It's funny, my wife knows Spanish, so I could actually ask her about all this stuff.
That's cool.
Malik, I just found IP's criminal records under the name Ike Jones. He's in big trouble. Me, David Wood is worse. He forced me to spend $12 on a $2 joke. Yeah, he was posting that yesterday, and I didn't get it. I was like, Ike Jones, what is that? So he had to do it again here. Malik told me, who let the dogs out? And I look forward to meeting you at DebateCon. Yeah, see you there. All right, guys, ready to jump into this awesome video, DAWAH Wars.
Let's do it.
We all set? All right, here we go. DAWAH Wars.
Oh wait, it's actually gonna feature our friend Malik actually
in the beginning.
at the beginning.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So Malik's in the DAWAH Wars. Okay, that's good. So yeah, so guys, we are not even halfway through January. So this is the midway through January 2026 DAWAH Wars edition. Let's check this out.
Me personally, brother, I like all of that. I personally only affiliate like heavily with Libiano and Warner.
Oh, hey, that's Malik.
That didn't age well, did it?
He only affiliates with Libiano and Warner, two guys he exposed.
And he said those are like the worst guys.
Those are the two biggest disappointments of 2025, he said. So his best buddies.
This is before Malik leaked about the DAWAH guys, just to let you know. Because we wanted to give some background to what was happening, why Jake did what he did. So this is like a little bit before Malik leaked, and then it leads into why Jake did what he did.
Okay, so we'll watch this section with Jake and Malik, and then we'll probably have to pause that there, because we want to do a little recap of what happened after here are the guys I roll with. Yeah, the guys that, I exposed 5 minutes later for all the stuff they're into and smashing hoes and all that stuff. That's how quickly they can turn on each other, guys. One word is all it takes, and these guys will declare war on each other. And what's amazing is it was only the Warner who said something about him, but then he exposed a bunch of the other guys too, including Libiano. And it's like, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That in prison, you're done, dude.
I think Sneako's doing more harm than good. He's a very influential person. He has a lot of
more harm than good.
Yeah, he has a lot of.
So Sneako didn't bring thousands. Sneeko didn't have thousands of people that learned about Islam. He didn't set up a Muslim lantern with what's his name? That Orthodox dude. The three gods guy.
He set up a debate. He set up a debate between.
Wait, is he talking about Andrew Wilson?
Jay Dyer.
Jay Dyer.
Jay Dyer.
Oh, Jay Dyer. Because I was saying, if you're talking about Sneeko setting up Muslim Lantern
Yeah, that wasn't good either.
with Andrew Wilson, where Andrew Wilson gave his famous Muhammad had to be less than 1.8 inches argument, and no one could refute it, and then everyone just rage quits and stuff. Oh gosh, yeah, doing a bang up job, and then Sneeko sitting there giggling about, yeah. But I mean, think about this. Does Malik or does he not know when he's saying Sneeko's doing great work? Is this the same guy who knows that these guys are all running trains on girls on DAWAH trips? That same guy?
Yep.
Yep.
So he's fine with it, right? He's, hey, no, Sneeko's doing great work. He goes, he makes an appearance, makes a video, and people go, "Wow, Islam!" And then they pick up a girl at the club, even with trannies and stuff like that, and then they go back to the hotel. And his words, guys. So if you're new here, this is not David saying really mean things. Oh, running trains on. That's his words. That's Malik's words, talking about what these guys are doing. So he knows Sneeko, the Warner, all these guys. He knows they're doing this stuff. And he's fine with it and thinks they're doing great DAWAH until one of them said something mean about him. And then it was, they all have to be destroyed. So notice it's never about religion with Malik. It's about him. Interesting stuff.
Muslim Lantern and Jay Dyer. And you know what happened?
Jay Dyer.
Jay
Don't
Dyer
say it.
cooked him.
No,
Jay
that
Dyer cooked him.
okay, Jake. okay, but Jake, you could say that, but
Don't say
again,
it because you knew it.
when it comes to Warner and all that stuff, Warner's my friend, but obviously Islam is first, and I don't really find anything that Warner does for the most part to be problematic.
Good job.
What? Whoa.
Did everyone just hear that? I don't find anything Warner does to be problematic.
Until he called them,
And then a week later, he wants to take it.
he wants to take it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go back to let's do this now so that people know.
You have a good time.
Yeah, and then
So guys, Malik has no problem with everything he's about to say right now.
everyone get that. He's saying he doesn't have a problem with what the Warner does. He already knew that the Warner was taking DAWAH donations, spending them on drugs. Everything on their DAWAH trips is for a show. They pick up girls. They run trains on girls. The Warner sits in a chair and watches when he's not joining into a three-way and stuff like that. Malik just said, got no problem with this dude until he crosses Malik. And then suddenly, oh yeah, look at all the stuff he did, which I already said I didn't have a problem with, but now I suddenly have a problem with it. It's magic.
Oh, I get it now. So he keeps talking the Warner up to Jake, right? And then Jake's like, wait, but you know what the Warner said about you, right?
Oh, and then he switches.
Oh, so this is probably the lead up to that.
Oh, that's how it ties together, guys. Now it makes sense. Everyone talking. This is Jake and Malik talking, right? And this is Jake saying, "This is what led up to it." Oh, now we understand it, guys. Now we understand it. So, everyone, we'll give you the quick timeline, and then we'll watch the actual clip. But we'll watch part of it. There's a longer version that we went through in other live stream, but yeah, just the gist. Malik is buddies with the Warner and Sheikh Uthman and all these guys. Malik is, and they just use him because they need to know, since he was, he ran around like a little lapdog for all these rappers that he was trying to get in good with. That he knows where all the clubs are at and stuff, and where they can get drugs and where they can get girls and stuff. So they use him like that, and he makes him feel important. But here he is telling Jake's saying, hey, these guys are actually doing a crap job. I mean, Sneeko, look at this stuff. He's actually an embarrassment. Yes, he can tell his fans, oh, everyone look, and that'll get a brief amount of attention. But what do they actually see when they start paying attention? They start seeing Islam being crushed. And they start seeing like complete degeneracy and so on. So he's saying this is not good. This is not good for DAWAH. And Malik's saying, no, man, the Warner, I got no problem with the Warner. And so apparently right after this, Jake's like, you want to know what the Warner did? You want to know what the Warner said about you? The Warner said that you're a secret undercover Mossad agent. And Malik, in the longer version, is like, he said, what? How dare you how dare you lie about the Warner like that? Shame on you, shame on you. And Jake's like, yeah, I recorded the conversation, because none of these guys trust each other. So they all record each other's conversations. And he said, yeah, I recorded the conversation. And then he played it for him. And that's when Malik loses it and goes after the Warner and everyone else who's remotely connected to him, exposes everything. Wow. Now it makes sense. Makes sense.
That was a crazy move by Jake. So like he just keeps like saying, "Oh, we are the Warner, the Warner, the Warner. He's my best friend, my best friend, my best friend. Yeah, the Warner, the Warner, the Warner." It's like, yo, you know what the Warner says about you, right?
And it makes sense why he said, "Oh, you're a fat so and so, Jake.
Yeah.
Don't say that about the Warner."
Yeah.
And then he got hurt. He crushed his heart.
Oh man.
By making him listen to the recording.
Oh boy.
Where he called him a Jew and a Mossad agent.
That's bad.
Wow.
Oof, that's bad.
Now we got it, guys. Now we actually have a timeline here. Malik had no problem being the errand boy for all the DAWAH guys as they're getting drugs and smashing hoes. Had no problem with that. Defended them. I have no problem, even though he knew they were doing that. He's told Jake, I have no problem with that. Jake afterwards says, let me tell you what the Warner said about you, and then total meltdown. But here's what Malik was saying about these guys.
Warner was one of the good ones? Yeah, that's what you think. A lot of these guys give DAWAH and
That's what you just said.
You just said you don't have a problem with me. He does.
Well, yeah, exactly. They thought that it's because of Malik.
Yeah. He was the one saying good things about him.
Warner was
That's what you say, and what I said, yesterday.
one of the good ones? Yeah, that's what you think. A lot of these guys give DAWAH and try to show themselves up as fake people, and I ain't with all that. And especially if you want to cross me.
Notice, if you want to cross me, about me.
That's the red line. That's the red line.
Oh, do you see how hurt he sounds compared to the last?
Yep.
But that's the red line. It's crossing him. He only cares about himself.
Wow.
I mean, this guy is such a narcissist.
Totally.
He doesn't even let spell check correct him. That's how much he hates correction.
Wow.
This guy is so into himself, so into his ego. Crazy.
Yeah, and he can't. I've said before, this is my favorite type of DAWAH guy. Narcissist, that's most of them. Total narcissist, but combined with being a tactical moron. I mean, complete moron. There are DAWAH guys, and to be fair, there are DAWAH guys who aren't narcissists and aren't tactical morons, like Sajid. We disagree with Sajid. We think he's wrong. He's not a tactical moron, and he's not a narcissist. Fareed, I don't think Fareed is a narcissist. He's kind of a tactical moron with leaking the Yasser Qadhi stuff, basically handing all of us the holes in the narrative interview and stuff like that. So, but in general, the DAWAH guys who become popular are narcissists. Narcissists, they have a knack. They have a knack for drawing attention to themselves. But that can be combined with being a complete tactical moron, meaning you come up with these brilliant plans in your head and you're too stupid to realize what actually happens when you do these things. Because when you have those two features combined, you're a tactical moron. You're doing the dumbest things possible that destroy your own religion in the process, but you cannot accept correction. And so you just double down, triple down, quadruple down. You can't stop because you can't stand the idea that someone else is correcting you. Favorite kind of DAWAH guy, but that's Sheikh Uthman. Sheikh Uthman is one of those guys. Muhammad Hijab is like that. And they're the guys who they become popular for a while, but then they start destroying their religion. Malik's just like fast tracking. He's just fast tracking. He normally takes the other guys like a few years. He's just like first time we hear about him, he's just doing it. All right, let's hear what Malik has to say about the Warner, the guy he just praised and said he has no problem with. I don't have any problems with this guy. This guy's as good as gold. Oh, he said, what about me? Okay, now I'm going to tell you what I know about this guy. Here we go.
really what happened. He called Jake and told Jake Malik is an undercover Yahudi. He's an undercover Mossad agent. Warner, he denied it. He said, I never called him that. Jake said, guess what, Malik? I recorded it. Jake plays the whole phone call. What did he say? He called me an undercover agent. Chat, you want to see who Warner really is? I'm the wrong one, Warner.
Wrong one.
I'll bring all the receipts and evidence. The Warner is probably the fakest of them all. Like, between Libyan...
Did you just hear this? He's so great. He's so great. He's so great. I have no problem with any of this. He's the fakest of them all.
That's crazy. Wow.
Wow, overnight.
Warner is probably the fakest of them all. Like, between Libyano, Central, all them, Warner in terms of the Islamic stuff, fakest of them all.
Did you hear that? So he exposes the Warner. He exposes Libiano, and he just says, out of these three guys that are like, you know, in the running for the fakest of the fake, it's the Warner, Libiano, and Central. And Central's still working with him. And
Yeah,
he says in
Central
his
is
video,
so dumb. He doesn't get it. He's
yeah,
like,
and yeah, he's too stupid to understand. He's like, oh, so he's saying I'm not the fakest. Huh?
Yeah.
There's he's saying there's someone faker than me. Well, this is my guy. I'll stick with him till the end. But then he'll
But what
even
did
say, go ahead.
But what did they do wrong, Libiano and Central, for them to be grouped with the snitch? Because only one of them snitched.
well, it sounds like one of his friends is, you know, threatening to let out all the info on Central, like he did about the Warner. Or one of his friends is threatening to do that, and he's like, "Well, if you do that, I'm gonna show when Libiano said he beat his wife or something."
Oh yeah,
So
it's like collateral damage
Yeah.
for no they're nothing to do with it.
yeah, like Central's just catching strays from random guys who like just have dirt on
Not in
them.
the Zoot sense, but well, maybe.
Not in the- it could be in
Yeah,
the Zoot
could
sense.
be.
I don't know.
Yeah, but notice that exact same tendency. Oh, this guy crossed me. I'll go after everyone he's connected with, even if they had nothing to do with it. He's the same way with us, right? Like David, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'll go after Inspiring Philosophy. I'll go after Thaddeus. I'll go after, and then as you guys pointed out, some random TikTok guy I've never heard before, but I'll go after him because of David. It's just I attack everyone, and he thinks this is going to work out well for him. He seriously does. Gosh.
Oh, yeah.
You're the one who literally said in front of me and other people that you would take it up the butt.
Well, but you said you're fine with that. You
But
knew
you
that,
didn't
and you
say
said you
that.
have no problem with him. Like right before this, while you're talking to Jake, you said you had no problem with that. So we heard it here, folks. Malik, the snitch, has no problem with taking it up the butt unless you cross him. Then he'll suddenly have a problem with it. But before that, he has no problem with it.
As long as it got you into the game to where you could make an influence. Wallahi said that in front of people. You said if I had to take you up the butt one time, so
Or
I
10
could literally
times, or
be
1,000, who knows?
in the Illuminati, just so I could help people come to Islam, you would. This guy is the biggest.
By the way, in the red bandana there, that's Malik hanging out with the. Notice who he's got behind him. The guy who's into taking it up the butt. He's got him standing right behind him, smoking a blunt. Gosh.
Pothead on this planet, bro. The guy you take DAWAH from, all he does is roll one up. That's all he does. Chat, this guy gets high as hell.
Looks like he's about to roll
all
you up,
day
buddy.
and all night. Well, so, wallahi, may Allah
All
curse
day
me.
and
This
all
guy
night.
goes high to the
What's
mosque.
that?
He said no. Right when you said that, he said all day and all night.
Oh, hang on. We got to hear that again. He's saying, so he's got a picture of the Warner behind him. Behind him. Like I'll zoot on the night.
Yeah,
Out in the
he said
desert.
he's going to go longer than Muhammad. He said all day and all night. He said he's gonna-
So he's
yeah.
even better than Momo. Oh,
Yeah.
Muhammad, he could only go all night, and then he had to fall asleep in pain. But me, I go all day and all night with the Warner's loving, manly meat hooks wrapped around me, tenderly caressing me. Oh my goodness, what is this? Here we go. Rewound it.
Is roll one up. That's all he does.
little more.
Come to Islam, you would. This guy is the biggest pothead on this planet, bro. The guy you take DAWAH from, all he does is roll one up. That's all he does. Chat, this guy gets high as hell all day and all night. Well, so, wallahi, may Allah curse me. This guy goes high to the mosque. This guy literally goes to give DAWAH high every day. Or every weekend, sorry. Let me tell you guys something. All they want to do is hide behind the shield of Islam. These shits are private sins. So hold on.
By the way, notice he's condemning them. They're all fake. They all hide behind the shield of Islam. Right before this, he's live with Jake saying, I have no problem with what these guys do. So he thinks this is totally fine as long as you're giving DAWAH. And who knows what they even mean. That could be a code word now, giving something else. But because he said, this is the guy you're taking DAWAH from? Huh. But yeah, so he had no problem with it until they crossed him. Then suddenly this is bad behavior. It reminds me, because you guys have pointed out that there's a clip of him from a couple years ago where he's praising me. David Wood's great. He's such a great guy. He's so awesome. Until I cross him now. And it's David Wood must be destroyed at all costs. Everything's always about him.
And you actually explained to him why you ripped the Quran, why you discarded the Quran. You explained to him. He knew. You said they were going after wives. They were threatening all sorts of things, rape and other things. and that was the consequence. So he understood, okay, going after wives,
So he
that's
knew
the
it.
red line. That's what's going to make me desecrate the Quran. He knew that 2.5 years ago.
And he was like, I don't agree with that. Yeah, I don't agree with going after wives. And then
Yeah, he said, I don't agree with going after wives. Yeah, he said that.
And then
Oh
he
yeah, I'm
goes
gonna
and
have to
does
check
it
that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does it himself.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but yeah, apparently he was a big D Wood fan. Matter of fact, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. After we did our live stream going through all this, he didn't go after me. He went after, and he didn't go. He goes after GodLogic's wife. That's the first thing he does. The first thing he does is go after a woman. And Thaddeus had a theory. Thaddeus has a theory that he's secretly gay and that he's like attracted to these guys, and that's why he goes after their wives because they're like his competition. And he wants he wants GodLogic for himself. He wants GodLogic for himself, and so he declares war on his wife because he shouldn't be with you. He should be with me. And it kind of makes sense because he's talking about all these guys and they're going around smashing noses. He said, "I'm not into that." What? You think it's fine. You have no moral objection to it. You say you do now, but before you said you don't have any moral objection to it, but you're not into them going around picking up girls and doing all this stuff.
Yeah, there's no problem with it. There's no problem with it.
Yeah, so maybe he's just interested in something else. I don't know.
And it makes sense why the Warner would confide that in him.
Yeah, he's like, this is a guy who wouldn't judge me.
You know, because you wouldn't tell a normal guy that stuff because they look at you weird.
Yeah.
You only, you only tell a guy that is going to be accepting it.
That's true.
And he went afterwards and said, Malik went afterwards and said, I have no issues with him. Knowing that he wants the,
wow,
the butt stuff.
That's a good theory.
Warner's asking for money for Qurans, but he's going to the dispensary instead, right? If he's going to the dispensary instead, is it Islamically I have to stay quiet? If he's going to the
not only did you stay quiet, you said you have no problem with it. You said you had no problem with him doing that until he said you're an undercover Mossad agent.
Dispensary with the money he's getting for the Qurans, chat. Guys, I gave this guy money. I gave this guy money for Qurans. He went to the dispensary. He went to the dispensary and spent my money instead. By the way, guys, you know Warner's been married 9 times? Warner's been married 9 times. 9 times, chat. Muta. This guy's a muta. Bro, this guy went on vacation with a Moroccan girl, married her for 5 minutes, and then
married her for 5 minutes. So apparently the Warner can't go all night long, unlike Muhammad and the men of al-Zut.
And then divorced her on the way home. If I'm lying, I'm dying. This guy literally, and by the way, you think like he got married 9 times, like that's enough. Brother, this guy's smashing girls every weekend.
And Malik had no problem with that until he crossed Malik.
Malik, I just smashed this chick. I'm like, bro, why are you even doing that? Well, I have pics on my phone of this guy on FaceTime, bro.
I'm like, why are you even doing that when, we could be doing it to each other? We don't need the girls.
Yeah, why 9 women? What about me?
What about me? Why are they all smashing hoes and not the real hoe?
With a girl in his bed, lying on his shoulder, bro. Yeah, look at you, bro. So as long as it's kuffar and Christian chicks, I don't care. That's good. That's really good. Hey, chat, who knows about Warner and Adam Saleh having threesomes? You want me to start name dropping your whole life?
Yeah, that's what everyone wants a snitch to do.
You and Adam, you're telling me about you and Adam doing threesomes?
What's up?
Yeah, somebody was saying that, so the threesomes, they were suggesting that maybe there's some like men on men action there as well, and now that makes sense. That could make sense. They could just all like be gay behind the scenes.
Well, he exposed them. I don't think it's in this clip, but in the longer version, he's talking about them being in the club with trans women.
Oh yeah.
So that makes sense, right?
Wow.
Like you don't want to be known for being gay on the DAWAH scene unless you're Paul Williams, but so you'd want something that looks like a girl but someone who can bang you instead.
Yeah. Whoa, that's crazy. Wow.
That's it's all making sense now. All this insane stuff. All right.
Yeah, it's all making sense now. These guys are crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it up the butt. Hey, let's go get some trans. Where can we get the trans women? Oh my goodness.
Together on DAWAH trips, and you think Sneako's any better? Him and Sneako, bro. I got pictures.
What's that?
Wasn't he just praising Sneako and saying thousands were introduced to Islam through Sneako?
Yeah, and now
Okay.
Sneako's. Yeah, so guy, everyone pay
He didn't
attention to
even do
this.
anything wrong to him. It was just it was the Warner.
Yeah, he knows. He knows at when he's talking to Jake, saying, "What? How could you say anything about negative about Sneeko? He's doing such a great job for DAWAH." He knows Sneeko and Warner are having three-ways and running trains, and so on. He knows that. He had no problem with it until they crossed him. Then he had to expose it. Ouch.
Trips, and you think Sneeko's any better? Him and Sneeko, bro. I got pictures. Pictures of him and Sneeko slapping girls' asses, bro. Shit he sent me. I got everything. He be helping Sneeko, yes, bro. He helps Sneeko do all his crap, bro. You do run trains in rooms together. Adam and Slim and Sneeko all run trains in rooms together with Warner there. And you want to talk about booty hole? I'm not into men.
Are you?
I don't know about that. That was one of the things he's lying about.
Methinks the man doth protest too much.
Yeah.
Because Thaddeus has gone through a bunch of his videos. He says he's constantly just like talking about butt stuff. He can't stop talking about it.
Really?
I'm not into men, brother. I'm into women. Chat, what were they doing in Colombia? What did him and Sneeko do in Colombia? And Myron? Guys, these guys were smashing birds in Colombia.
For everyone who's not familiar with the terminology, birds does not mean tweet birds, okay?
Tweet.
Bro, wallahi, may Allah curse me if I'm lying. I got the receipt right here. He told me he was in Colombia with Myron, FaceTiming me. I saw him on FaceTime with Myron, what they were doing. How they had girls with bikinis in their house and they were licking on their you-know-what in front of people and taking videos. And he tried to lure Libiano into that life too. That's why Libiano now is acting like this too. What did Libiano do? What do you mean, what did Libiano do? What did he not do?
What did he
Him
not
and
do?
Warner, bro, these two together are the biggest disappointment of 2025.
You all catch that? This is right after he did an interview he had a discussion with Jake, and he's praising these guys as the champions of DAWAH who do nothing wrong. Right after they cross him, he starts telling what he knows about them, and he had no problem with it.
By the way, he doxed Libiano too in the past. This guy doxes Muslims as well. He doesn't just dox Christians. He doxes Muslims as well. Yeah, Libiano had his info put out there by Muslims.
And I heard even last night when they're having the DAWAH wars and it's Jake and Daniel and all these guys takfiring each other. I heard people are over like in the chat doxing them. Like, here's where you find Daniel. Here's where you find Daniel and stuff. So this be, if you're wondering why this is all like escalating right now, they're melting down. They're in meltdown mode and they're lashing out in every direction. They're lashing out at each other. You are in the middle of them absolutely imploding. And what do you do? Like, what do you do? You'd think you'd be like, okay, we're obviously melting down right now. I have to do something to say. You can't. Everyone's like attacking you and doxing you and saying you're not a real Muslim. So you have to lash out. And they're destroying themselves. But my goodness, now this really makes sense with Malik now. All right, so let's go ahead and start the DAWAH. We were less than a minute into the DAWAH wars when we're like, hey, we got to go check that out. But let's go ahead and watch that again. Because now everyone understands the context. Right before he's saying all this stuff about the Warner and Sneeko. Again, notice that characteristic where if you do something wrong to him, he doesn't just go after you. He goes after everyone who is around you in any way. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing with me right now. But that's what he did with the Warner. And he thinks this works out long-term strategy. Why? Because he thinks, well, if you understand that if you cross me, I won't just go after you, I'll go after other people, then you won't cross me. Well, that may be true in some cases, but in other cases, it's, oh, you're going after other people around me? Well, then now I'm going after you way, way more and going to dedicate a bit more time to you than I otherwise would have. But now we can check out the DAWAH wars because now it makes sense. So before this happened, guys, this is just a little over a month ago. Before that happened, he was praising these same guys, and he knew what they were doing, and he had zero problem with it. So here we go.
Me personally, brother, I like all of that. I personally only affiliate like heavily with Libiano and Warner. Everybody.
I think Sneeko's doing more harm than good. He's a very influential person. He has a lot of
more harm than good.
Yeah, he has a lot of.
So Sneeko didn't bring thousands. Sneeko didn't have thousands of people that learned about Islam. He didn't set up a Muslim lantern with what's his name? That Orthodox dude. The three
Yeah,
gods.
he set up a debate. He set up a debate between Muslim Lantern and Jay Dyer, and you know what
Jay
happened?
Dyer.
Jay
Don't
Dyer
say it.
cooked him.
No,
Jay
that
Dyer cooked him.
okay, Jake. Okay, but Jake, you could say that.
I like whoever's laughing there.
Yeah. Like they know.
They know he got cooked.
Yeah, they know he got cooked. Even Malik said, "Don't say it."
Yeah.
Like he knew what was coming. He's like, "Don't say it. Don't say it."
But
Don't say
again,
it because you knew it.
when it comes to
Yeah,
Warner
see?
and all that stuff,
You knew it.
Warner's my friend, but obviously Islam is first, and I don't really find anything that Warner does for the most part to be problematic.
Good job.
most part.
Alhamdulillah. You know who they are? Orthodox Muslim. If he were to come up here and say he didn't benefit from my stuff and take some from what I'm doing and use it on his own platform, I said, alhamdulillah. I hate to say it this way, but these are the people that are in my student tree. These are the people that have learned from my stuff. I don't have people in my tree that are on Sneako's level. I don't have. I know Libiano before he was even on this app when he was a nobody and he was talking foolishness.
You know what's interesting? I'm still kind of trying to figure Jake out because he has the characteristics of a narcissist. Notice everything's all about him, and he has to be. He feels like he should be the center of attention in DAWAH, and these other guys shouldn't be. And that's why he is now attacking them. It's everything should be about me. And he's sitting here, oh, these guys you're praising? Yeah, I'm their teacher. I'm their teacher. I'm their daddy. I should get the credit for anything they come up with because it's all about me. I'm the one. Isn't that weird? It's like, I mean, lots of people use my arguments and so on, and I use other people's arguments. If I see someone with a good argument, I'll roll with that argument. So I get stuff from other people get stuff from me. Never crossed my mind like, hey, I need credit for that. You need to give me one. You need to be praising me for that thing that this guy said over here, or something like that. Like what is that? But he is clearly really annoyed that he is not the go-to DAWAH guy. And so he has these characteristics of a narcissist, but there's something, I can't figure it out. There's something seriously different between him and like Sheikh Uthman, who's a narcissist, Muhammad Hijab, who's a narcissist or something. There's something different about him. So yeah, I have to figure it out, but it's manifesting differently in him than it does from other guys.
Yeah, that's a good way of wording it. It does come out in different ways for Jake, but it's definitely there. Definitely there. This guy's an egomaniac. And you're gonna see that as it goes on, you'll see.
See.
Oh, okay, but Libiano was not a streamer who had millions of followers who came from that life.
Yeah, he was
right?
With all due respect, Libiano would not be who he is without me.
Okay, Jake, that's such a lie. Come on, Jake. Now you're just talking reckless.
No, it is. It's all about me. No one would be anything without me. Ah!
Jake, how? No, wait, Jake, one sec.
You bring
Jake.
him up here. Here, let's show it here. Here, let's show it. I didn't talk to him about this, never. You bring him up here live right now and tell him to call me a liar on what I just said. Let's go.
Okay.
Want me to message him?
Bro,
let's do it, bro.
Bro.
Go ahead.
Brother, what are you like? Are you the scientist that figured it out? Brother, Ibn Taymiyyah was saying everything you said thousands of years before you did.
No.
Thousands?
Thousands? So at least
thousands
would be at least 2,000, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about it's Ibn Taymiyyah lived in the 1200s.
Thousands of years ago. This guy can't spell. He doesn't know basic grammar, and he was in med school.
That was probably thousands of years, man. It's 800 years.
800 and a bit.
Yeah, people have pointed out this guy is so stupid and he's so terrible at everything and so ignorant of everything that they think mommy and daddy must have paid someone to take his MCAT for him. And then, of course, then you're actually in there and you have to be in there taking exams, and he couldn't hack it and he had to drop out. But I mean, he had to get enough of a score on the MCAT to qualify for med school. So given this dude's like level of stupidity, I can't imagine that he would have done well enough. So must have paid somebody take his test for him.
No, bro. You don't understand how this works, man. You don't. That's why you have to learn this. These things.
So-called Libiano, because now I'm like, maybe even Libiano doesn't want me to say this, but I'm gonna be real, because I like popping bubbles. Like, Jake, how could Libiano be under your wing if he's bigger than you? Be for real.
Not.
That's what enrages Jake. Did you just hear it? That's what enrages him. How are these guys who basically took stuff from me, not in the Zut sense, but took stuff from me, How can they be bigger? I should be getting all the attention here. It enrages him, and it really came out over the past couple days when he attacked everybody.
You know what's interesting though? Jake was just about to say was that it's not about like creating arguments; it's about popularizing them. But interestingly, what he did in his video where he rates the Muslims, part of his rating was like how creative they've been, not what they popularize or how good they became at popularizing certain things, but if they're creative or not. That was part of his rating. But he just said himself that he's like, no, it's not about creating new arguments; it's just about popularizing them. But he judged Muslims on the different standard than that.
And I struggle to think of any new arguments that Jake ever came up with.
Yeah, when people think of arguments about Islam,
I don't think of Jake.
Yeah, no one thinks of Jake. Jake's like he's like a big in his own head.
And well, I mean, think about it though. If like his standard here is who's able to popularize something, are you guys familiar with anyone on the DAWAH scene or in DAWAH history who popularized anything more than we popularized the story of Muhammad and the Night of Al-Zut in 2025?
No, we went on that one.
Yeah.
That went into the Urban Dictionary. What did the Muslims ever get into the Urban Dictionary?
That's S tier. That's S tier.
They got one thing in the Urban Dictionary. Trust me, bro. Trust me, bro, because that's basically all of DAWAH. They make up crap and it's trust me, bro. And trust me, bro is, in their defense, in the Urban Dictionary because they're the real pioneers of trust me, bro.
So Jake's about to lose his mind right now.
Right.
Hey, Jake, why don't you try to popularize something? You really want to be known as the king of DAWAH? Popularize something like we popularized Muhammad on the Night of Al-Zut.
He is. Orthodox Muslim is bigger than Jake the metaphysician by far. Let's be real.
What world?
Debating Asheris? Didn't you have a YouTube channel that got deleted, or you deleted it?
No, I didn't delete it. That's where you're not even. Bro, you don't even know.
Bro, but no, Jake, to think that you're bigger than Libiano is a joke. No, you are. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why you're my son. Let me tell you why. Because Jake, this whole conversation, I've had the whip on you the whole time, and
see, he's into whips with dudes too, right?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah.
I had you, this whole conversation, I just had you tied up on my bed while I've got the whip. What the heck is this dude into?
Cooked you in this conversation, and you learned a lot from me in this conversation. So now you're my son. Now what?
That's why if you look in the comment section, everybody is saying W Jake, and you're just Jake.
He's going to say that you're his son. He's going to say Jake is my father.
Yeah, he's a father, right? So he's gonna.
No.
Oh. That was a pretty good one, Jake. That was a pretty good one.
That was good. Okay, Jake. All right. You got a point there, Jake. That was quick, and that was smart, and that was funny, and that was good. Yeah. Jake, and anytime I watch Jake, he looks like perpetually enraged. Like he's like, it's like, dude, just like try like having like a calm expression on your face, you know, at some point it would help. But Jake, if you like were able to smile somehow and you were funny like that, you'd be more popular, dude. It's painful. It's painful watching you for more than 10 seconds because like no one wants it. And we'll see it when we see some clips of him, but
he's gonna say yeah. But like look, brother. Libiano, you on any topic. I'm gonna be real.
So?
Libiano will bake you. He'll put you in the oven, brother. I'm gonna be real.
Think so?
Yes,
up, bro. So how about this? Malik
he's out right now. He's in Toronto giving street out right now. I don't know if he's here.
Okay, Malik. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a deal, right?
Okay, he's not gonna do it.
Hold on. Once he does that, then I want you to declare your sonship as well, bro.
Okay, watch this. And wait. Let's do the flip side. If he does not do it within X amount of days or time, right, that we can set, then you have to come and say Malik is my daddy. Okay?
Yeah, and did you just hear this? He says you have to come to him and say, "You're my daddy. You're my daddy."
That's like some Andrew Tate stuff.
This is some serious.
That's like some Andrew Tate stuff. Like call him daddy and stuff. That's crazy. Wow, these guys are. That is very zooty. Very zooty.
So if I win this argument, you have to come to me and call me daddy and say, "I'm here, daddy. I'm here. Can I sit on your lap, daddy?" But if you're right and you win the argument, then I'll come to you and I have to say, "Okay, you're my daddy. You're my daddy." What is this?
And what's crazy is
It's so
Jake
ju-
agrees.
It's so juvenile.
Yeah.
Like, I've been around Christians now a few years. I've never heard them say, "I'm right, say daddy." You call me daddy. What is this?
Because yeah, guys, I mean that whole thing, that whole daddy stuff, that has like connotations, right? Anyway.
100%. I'll do it.
Okay, I'm with that.
How do you agree to that? How do
Yeah.
you agree to that?
100% I agree. But I'm going to win. So I'm going to come to you and you're going to be calling me daddy. You're going to say, "Hey, daddy, what do you want me to do, daddy? I'll do anything, daddy." Gosh. Guys
Oh, what, you know what else? Who else said that? Was that guy Hamza? He's like, "You guys are the daddies of the Islamic dilemma.
Oh, yeah,
You're the
he
daddies."
did say that.
Like, so what's up with these DAWAH guys and daddies? Maybe
They sound like they have daddy issues.
yeah. You guys are.
And by the way, that is actually that's serious from a psychological perspective. That book, Faith of the Fatherless, it was about atheists. It's about like people who are aggressively, angrily atheist. He was a psychologist, like world renowned psychologist, and he went through the evidence, and all of these guys, all of the most aggressive atheists, had serious trauma with either their father or father figures when they were young. They were either abandoned when they were little by their fathers, or they were horribly abused by their fathers or some other father figure. Like if their father wasn't around, and then there's like the stepdad, but you know, he's abusive and stuff. They all had massive issues with their fathers. But so he's just talking about atheism, but at the end of the book, he has an appendix answering some questions and objections. And one of the objections is, well, if you know, having horribly abusive relationship with your father leads people towards atheism, why is atheism a recent development? Because there've always been abusive fathers. So why wasn't atheism a huge thing in previous generations? And he points out, well, it wasn't really a serious hypothesis back in the day. Your hypotheses back in the day were like monotheism or polytheism. No one's thinking like, atheism. Right. So he said, it would have, in the past, before atheism is an option for people, this issue would have manifested itself differently. And he said in the past, it would manifest itself by rebelling against your own society. So that's one. So if you have a serious problem with your father, you end up rebelling against authority, and that would be all the authorities around you. You rebel against all of them. Think about Muhammad. He actually conquered his own society. He conquered them, right? You also have a problem with father figures in general. I mean, think about that, because Muhammad, I mean, his dad dies before he's born. Then he's sent to live with a family of Bedouins, and then they conclude that he's demon possessed. So they send him to live with his mom. Then his mom dies right after that. Then he's sent to live with his grandfather. His grandfather dies. This guy loses every single close relationship that he has for the first 8 years of his life. And we have other stuff about kind of what some other father figures are doing to him when he's young. And we'll be talking about that in future live streams, but seriously abused, messed up dude. And what happens? He rebels against all the authorities in his own society, declares open warfare on them, comes up with an ideology to destroy his own society's ideology. And then what? Has a problem with father figures. And I mean, think about that. I mean, just reading the story of Mary and Joseph in the Quran. Where's Joseph? He just disappears. There's no Joseph in there. It's just Mary. Mary's going around by herself like his mom was. And so you have issues like that. And then even Surah 33, verse 6, where it says that Muhammad's wives are the mothers of the believers. The original version, which Ubay ibn Ka'b had, was, and Muhammad is their father. So it's Muhammad's their father, and Muhammad's wives are their mothers, and that gets abrogated. That gets taken out. Take out Muhammad as a father. It leaves the mothers and no father. And it's like he's saying, hey, if I didn't get a father, none of you guys get fathers. And so he has this clear problem with father figures. But then the other feature is they would have a massive problem if you had this sort of messed up relationship with an abusive father when you're young. Or just completely abandoned or something like that, you have a serious problem with viewing God as a loving father. And what does Muhammad do? He makes it the worst possible sin you can imagine, to think of God as your father, to call God your father. It's the worst sin you can do. And so think about that. So when you have these DAWAH guys, who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Especially the reverts and so on. I would guess that they're drawn to Islam because they have the same like father issues that
Wow.
Muhammad had, and that point towards. In other words, they're when they're picking their religion, it's, oh, what do I go with? Oh, our Heavenly Father religion over here? No, I have a problem with father figures. Or you're nothing but a slave over here. Oh yeah, I want that one. And then you can see they're like, who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? These guys have serious daddy issues.
Yeah, that lines up. I'm thinking of different Dawa guys, and they all seem like they have daddy issues, and that grew up probably with, yeah, like you're describing.
Like Muhammad Hijab, he's the most aggressive, and we know he didn't grow up with his dad.
Yeah, he actually says he learned masculinity from his mom.
Yeah, on his
It's on his
resume.
It's on his resume.
Yeah, online.
It literally says he learned masculinity from his mom.
And the Arabic language.
And well, yeah, in Arabic.
Which tells you dad wasn't in the house to speak to him.
So all
and,
the big
and
Dawa
on top
guys,
of that, his dad is just a scam artist.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
all the
Oh,
big Dawa guys-
and by the way, that's the flip side is he went the same researcher. I mean, the same psychologist, Paul Vitz. He went through the biographies of the most prominent defenders and promoters of theism, and with one exception, Kierkegaard, who had a messed up relationship with his dad, with every single one, with the exception of Kierkegaard, who kind of went in a different direction, but with only that exception, every like world champion defender of theism for the past couple centuries has had a close, loving relationship with a father or father figure, because sometimes it's not their father, it's like someone else that their mom married later or something like that, but a close, loving relationship with a father figure that they respect. And so you think Muhammad Hijab, he doesn't have his dad around, but then even if he did have his, he doesn't. My dad's a scam artist. My dad's a professional scam artist. And notice, he grows up. His dad is a professional scam artist. What does Muhammad Hijab become? Scam artist. What is his religion used for? To scam people. Guys, this stuff has an impact on people. Hey, and by the way, side note to everyone else out there, if you're thinking, well, I had a messed up relationship. We're not saying if you have a messed up relationship with your dad, this is going to happen. Or if you had a good relationship with your dad, everything's going to be golden over here. It's just, it changes the probabilities of things, right? It makes people more inclined to do this rather than that. And you see it in when the research is done. Again, it's everyone for the past couple centuries who was massively like dogmatically atheistic. We have to destroy religion. They all had messed up relationships with their fathers or not a father figure at all. And the most prominent defenders of theism, with the exception of Kierkegaard, good relationships with father figures that they respect. So these things do play a role on things.
Yeah, no, that's true. And that's true. In like, you can have in one family, let's say like the father is an alcoholic, and to one of the children, or maybe multiple, they're gonna like grow up. Okay, I'm never gonna touch alcohol in my life. But the other children might be like, oh, that's what my dad did. I'm gonna do that too, and they're gonna grow up as alcoholics. So it doesn't mean that like your fate is like sealed because you have a bad relationship with your dad or something like that. But it means like you probably are just never gonna touch alcohol because you saw what it did. But if you did touch it, you might end up like like that as well. So it just like it can it messes up your psychology, but God can heal you, and God can He's with the brokenhearted, and so He can be that father figure for you.
Yeah, and Paul Vitz actually pointed that out, because they asked like, hey, since families are actually breaking down more and more, and more people are raised without fathers in the home and stuff like that, what's that going to do? And he said it can possibly actually shift with lots of people, where they can some people might actually end up being drawn towards Christianity because you have the Heavenly Father that is so much more loving than your earthly father who abandoned you, or something like that. But you said it might over time have that impact. But let's get back to the DAWAH meltdown here.
I'm with that. That's fine, because I promise you, like, in my humble opinion, Libiano, like, I've seen him come up. I've been there for him. I never saw you there when he was debating. I never heard about you unless it was in opposition. So, like, to say that Libiano is your son, like, come on, bro. Like, be for real.
Libiano watches every single one of my videos.
Stop it. Bro, he never ever spoke to me about you, ever. He never spoke. Bro, you're good at Akida. Maybe Akida stuff. But I'm telling you,
TikTok. I know all of these guys before TikTok was even.
That's cool. But to say that he's your son, that you taught him stuff, that's a reach. That's a reach, brother. Okay, if I tell, okay, I can debate, I can steel man the Christian position and bake you right now on the Islamic dilemma. How about that?
Oh,
You want that?
whoa! He said
you know
I
how
can.
Malik can do that?
Whoa!
Because he watches all the streams.
You're welcome,
Yeah,
Malik.
that's amazing. So I keep wondering how much does this guy watch us when he can he adopts all our little sayings and things like that and saying, hey, I can steel man Islamic dilemma and bake you right now. This is Jake. So he's going to bake Jake, the guy that I'm about to debate on the Islamic dilemma. And Malik's like, I've watched so much David Wood and Jai and DOC that I could bake you right now using their argument. Wow.
So that's why he doesn't want David to. That's why he doesn't want Jake to debate you.
Because
he's
he knows where it's gonna go.
He's like, if I
know.
could beat him in a debate, and I'm like David's student, then I could.
Yeah, because he's like, well, on the Islamic dilemma, David's my daddy. That's why I'm going after his wife, because he's my daddy.
Or maybe Jake was like, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna find David Wood. I'm gonna debate him on the Islamic dilemma to prove out of ego.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's why Jake finally agreed to debate. He's like, this guy's saying that he can use David's argument and I'll get baked, but I'll show him. I'll go and bake David, and then he'll respect me as his daddy.
I was wondering why Jake was so unhinged. Why 3 back-to-back debates on the Islamic dilemma?
He's like, I'm going to prove it to Malik
3 times.
Guys, now it all makes sense now. Jake wants attention. He's being completely degraded right now. I could bake you. I'm not even a Christian, but I could bake you on the Islamic dilemma right now because you suck. I'll show you. I'll debate David and I'll debate God logic. I'll debate everyone. I will give powerful DAWAH. This is just sad. Someone needs to write a book on these guys and their mental issues.
So this whole debate is like a
way
psychological
to prove
yeah, it's like a psychological thing to prove himself to Malik.
But he's gonna just destroy Islam through it. So.
Oh boy. I need to prove myself to Malik. I need to beat David. Okay.
I want to be the daddy.
Oh boy.
And then it's just weird because he's like apparently trying to derail it beforehand. So here we are a couple weeks away and he's getting cold feet and he's like, no, now Malik's going to know that David is his daddy and my daddy and I can't do that. So I have to derail it. Good luck, buddy. Good luck.
I will be a Christian right now. Pretend to play a Christian, and I'll bake you on the Islamic dilemma right now. You want that? You want to do that? Because talk is talk.
It's going to be in terms.
All right.
Check this out. Yeah.
Check this one out.
So that's like the lead up, okay, to like this. You kind of get his attitude towards. Actually, Dean was involved with that as well. He said he's Dean's daddy as well, not just Libiano. So that's the lead up to this whole thing.
Is this the one from last night?
No, this is
after this.
This is what led up to last night. Because this was his grading system, and they went crazy.
Oh, hang on. So this is when, because I saw the thumbnail that because he did it with Christians, and he said rating the Christians like a tier, like who's the top tier and stuff like that, right. Which is interesting. I looked at the screenshot and I was like, kind of looks about right. I wouldn't be too different. I might have some different substitutions and stuff like that, but it seemed fairly accurate. Whatever criteria he was using, and then with his DAWAH guys, I was like, I don't know what his criteria, because I saw how he ranked everyone, but I wasn't sure what criteria he was using. I was like, how do I know you're not just mad at that guy or mad at that guy, not why you're ranking him low?
Well, yeah, that's basically
that's what happened.
That's basically what it is. It's just like a friends list, like who are his best friends, and that.
But he revises it afterwards.
Yeah, you'll see. So this kind of assumes that you. So this is the background to what happened last night, because they were so mad at him for this that he ended up publicly disassociating with Libiano and Dean. You'll see.
But there's a lead up.
It's a lead up. Yeah, you'll see.
Mm-hmm. Pretty decent background for a DAWAH guy though, Jake. I'll give credit where it's due.
He cannot read one of those books.
Yes,
that's the problem.
He doesn't read Arabic.
Oh, yeah. They're all for show.
Yeah, so the Muslims point that out in the comments as well. They're like, like after Jake and Daniel debated for like 10 hours, they're like, wait, do any of you guys actually know Arabic? Can you actually read in those books on your shelf behind you? Like they're the ones calling them out on this. It's not even us. It's them. And so these are just all for show. Like those are going to stay just like they are.
They're decorations.
Yeah, they're decorations.
They're so pretty though. They're so pretty. That was a scam, guys.
In terms of influence, popularity, unique contribution to the Dawah scene, longevity.
Hey, I mean, if you're talking about unique contributions, Jake, I mean, I got Islamicized Me. I got Muhammad's Boom Boom Room. I got Karanagami. Come on, man. Holler at your boy, man. I'm your daddy.
He might
Respectability, honesty, the way that
Honesty. Which one? Okay. Which Dawah guy? Oh, I don't know. Let's hear him out.
you deal with other sources, including the Islamic sources. It's going to be a holistic sort of rating based upon all of these different things. Now, Shabir Ali, I'm going to put him as an F. I do not believe that this man is actually a Muslim. This man is upon kufr and shirk. He is going to be an F. I don't know. He might be the only F that I wind up putting there.
Hey, little side note. What?
Yeah. No, I was just saying in the original rating, the only F was Shabir.
And that was because he's not a Muslim.
That's very important. So he doesn't consider Shabir to be a Muslim. And so F is basically saying you're not a Muslim to Jake.
Yeah, you failed.
Now, that's going to be relevant to the next section.
Little side note. You guys remember where he got this idea from?
Where?
Yeah.
In his debate with Khalil Andani, at the end, Khalil's a professor. So at the end of his debate, Khalil says, okay, now I'm going to go ahead and grade Jake in his arguments, just like I would grade one of my students. And he's like, for this, okay, on this, I would give you an F. On this, well, you said this, so, you know, I'll help you. I'll give you a D-. Like he's giving him a report card and stuff like this. So this sort of mocking someone and so on by giving him the grades and so on. He adapted it. He adapted it. But yeah, so that's a good use of Khalil's grading system there.
Pretty much everyone else here, with all my differences, I don't see them as bad as Shabir Ali from that perspective.
3 days later.
Almost all of them fail miserably. Miserably. Shabir Ali is still an F. Muslim Cowboy, F. Warner, F.
Whoa.
Smile to Jannah, F. Hijab is F. Ali Dawah is F. Hamza Den, F. Ijaz, F.
Wait, is this last night yet?
Yeah, this is last night.
That's when he crashed out.
Yeah.
And he changed the grading of everyone.
He's like, you guys are mad about this? You're mad about this? Well, I'm just going to be honest now. And F. It's like Oprah. Like, you get an F, and you get an F, and you get an F.
So he changed it.
Oh, this is funny. I mean, guys, this is why we're talking about characteristics of narcissists. They do not do well with criticism, right? That's Malik. You criticize him, even though he was fine with you and he's praising you and you're so great and you're so great for Dawah. Someone you know challenges him, and all of a sudden you're garbage. You're garbage to him. You're terrible, and he will expose you. And here, Jake, yeah, Shabir Ali's the only F here. Shabir, he's the only one I will put right here. And then everyone gets mad at him. Oh, what do you mean I'm C tier, Wood? How could you say I'm C tier? How could you say I'm D? Okay, you're all Fs now. You're all Fs. You're all in the ex-Muslim. You're not on the fake Muslim level. Yeah, that's what you get. Well, wait, you said you had all these criteria, and you're rating them based on these criteria. And then the moment they cross you, all of a sudden everything changes. Why would crossing you or criticizing you be the criterion for where they stand as an effective da'i? Why? Yeah. Because you're a freaking narcissist, Jake. Exactly. You need treatment, man. And I'm going to help you. I'm going to help all you narcissists this year. I'm going to help you all.
So the S tier, which is the highest tier, I don't know if you can see
like
that.
Super?
That's
I have no idea who that is.
Bassam Zawadi.
No,
Bassam Zawadi's up there?
Yeah.
I haven't even heard of.
Yeah. So
where has he even been? I debated him a couple times. I debated him twice in a Salafi mosque way back in the day. Yeah. But I used to debate Bassam. I had no idea who that was. I didn't even know he's still around. I mean, I'd occasionally see his name. But...
Yeah, apparently they're like friends, and so he like helps Jake with some stuff behind the scenes.
That's why he got the S.
And so obviously Fareed is A. And then Ali Atai, who you also have debated, and then the way this works is like the closer they are to the so Jake is the highest B rating.
So he's a B minus, like
B plus.
B plus, A minus.
Yeah, A minus. Yeah. So he gave himself the highest.
Wait,
B
and then Fareed? Oh, it is. It's his buddies, man.
Yeah. So
that's your real criteria.
Yeah. So he's fourth. He gave himself number 4, and he was going to give himself an
So
A
humble.
rating.
So humble.
Except he's like, oh, there's just a couple things I need to work on, but I'm like an A rating, but there's a couple things I need to work on. And then the rest of the people, all these Fs.
Do you see his demeanor in the first rating? He was like calm, and then he just loses it. The teacher just loses it and gives and fails everybody. It's a little bit like Malik. Once he loses it, everyone like gets tarnished with the same.
You good enough, and you good enough, and you good enough.
Hey guys, it was actually funny. So I did 2 debates with Bassam, but this is before this is before. I think this is before we were doing stuff on YouTube, because I remember posting the debates on like Google Video or something like that. I don't even think that exists anymore. But back then we were posting debates on Google Video or something like that. But it was after my debate with Sheikh Jalal Abul Rub, and that was a huge embarrassment to them. So Sheikh Jalal Abul Rub said, come debate Bassam Zawadi in his mosque. So we had 2 debates. It was 1, does the evidence show that Christianity is true? And 2, does the evidence show that Islam is true? And so I show up to this debate, and for the debate on Christianity, there were a few Christians who showed up. After the debate on Christianity, the Christians left. So it's me in a room full of Salafi Muslims debating debating whether Islam is true. And I was like, all right. So I'm sitting there giving all these arguments and talking about Muhammad and Aisha and all this stuff. And we go through it, we go back and forth, and we're at the very end giving concluding statements. And I'm like, what are these guys? Are these guys going to follow me or do something here at the end of the debate? I don't know. But anyway, if you got to go out like a boss. So I finish and I go, and so in conclusion, I encourage all of you to reject Muhammad as an obvious false prophet. And Jalal Abul Rub's son was sitting in the front row right in front of me, and he cracked up laughing.
Whoa, really?
He cracked up laughing that I told all these guys to reject Muhammad as an obvious false prophet. And I heard Jalal's, at least several of his kids eventually left Islam.
Whoa!
Really?
One of them was his daughter. She left Islam, and then I don't know if they ever went back, but one of them was from his daughter, and she says and I'm the one who helped him prepare for his debate with David Wood and blah blah blah. Blah.
You know what? It's always the smart ones.
Yep.
Yeah. I see a lot of people. I thought the same exact thing. I thought that was Junior as well on the S tier, but it's actually Bassam Zawadi.
Yeah, Junior doesn't make.
But it looks like Junior though.
It should be Junior. It should be Junior.
When I saw that, I was like, Jake is definitely trolling. There's no way he put Junior on the top, and that's actually Bassam Zawadi.
Junior should be at the top.
Junior should definitely be at the top. He is the DAWAH of the future. So right here, seriously, he's looking to the past. Well, I mean, I don't even know what Bassam Zawadi has done anytime. Hey, although I will say this, Bassam definitely wouldn't like me now because of all the stuff I did. We actually got along back in the day, even when I was criticizing Islam. I think he came to my apartment in New York, and we were hanging out there, and then we were driving around together. But yeah, because we drove down to do a radio debate. So I lived in the Bronx, and then we had to drive to Long Island. So yeah, I was hanging out with this dude and stuff. Sadly, his DAWAH bros of the future have no manners, and therefore I have to teach these guys manners and so on. But I always liked Bassam. He seemed like he was cool to hang out with. And we've talked about this before, that I try to think of people like, okay, if they didn't hate me over this stuff, would we get along? Or even if they changed their beliefs or something like that, would we get along? There's some people on there I would never get along with Sheikh Uthman at all. It's usually the narcissist, by the way. It's usually the total narcissist that I'm like, I would never get along with this person. So I would never get along with Sheikh Uthman, as friends, hanging out. I couldn't do it. Ijaz couldn't get along with him. Evil little scumbag.
He's thinking about quitting DAWAH, by the way. Because of this. He's thinking about quitting DAWAH because of this list.
Because he got an F.
Yeah,
because just based on the C, he based on the C, he was going to quit DAWAH. Now he's got an F. The guy might
do something.
Yeah, he might do something. Huh?
But he's another one. He's like Jake in the sense that he's a narcissist who believes that he should be way more respected and that he should be the go-to guy, and he's just not, because he's a pathetic little weasel. And so he's just like this little tiny dork and so on. So he never gets the respect that he wants. But yeah, I wouldn't get along with Ijaz, wouldn't get along with Muhammad Hijab. I would never get along with Ali Dawah. Again, even if they change belief system, just their personalities are so disgusting and repulsive. Whereas other people on there, like Paul Williams, you know, he's gay and stuff, but like his personality wise, I'd get along with him. Abdullah Andalusi, not a narcissist. I would get along with Abdullah. Shabir, I've always gotten along with. He's always been nice to me, no matter what's going on. I think the Gingers, like Hamza and what's his son or his dad's name?
John Fontaine. You know why John Fontaine's not? Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Maybe you should do a similar grading of who's the most narcissistic to who's the least narcissistic.
That would be good. Yeah, most narcissistic. Yeah.
Yeah. And, but so John Fontaine's not.
Farid, I would get along with. Farid's cool. And Ali Ate, I would get along with. He's cool.
Yeah, so they're his A tier.
Yeah, Farid, so Farid, the 2 wins for Farid. He's good on both lists.
Yeah. So what's it called? Oh yeah. So John Fontaine. The reason why he's not on this, the reason why he wasn't on Jake's like 30 DAWAH guys against Daniel was because he said,
"Wait, what?
Oh, I remember how remember they did like they zooted Daniel and
yeah.
So the reason Jake said during this live stream, the reason why John Fontaine he didn't sign the list, but he didn't have a problem with it, was because he said that John Fontaine was like trying to get everyone's attention against Daniel like years ago, and everyone ignored him.
And so he's
he's like, he's like salty about it. So he's like, I'm not going to sign your thing because I tried to get people against Daniel years ago and everyone ignored me. So these guys are just all like egomaniacs, and so they're like so emotional.
Oh boy, weird, wild stuff. And I've said before, I don't think Daniel's a narcissist. I think he is what I was talking about earlier, a dissocial psychopath, meaning someone who wasn't born as a psychopath, but certain traits are valued in a community, then you can take on. So people ask, is Daniel a psychopath when he's saying all this stuff? No, definitely not. But maybe in the dissocial psychopath category, where he has adopted those traits as like more Islamic and so on. But yeah, weird, creepy stuff. All right, let's check out more of this.
Abdullah Andalusi, he's.
Wait, let me back it up. I'm
going to put him on. I do not believe that this man is actually a Muslim. This man is upon kufr and shirk. He is going to be an F. I don't know. He might be the only F that I wind up putting there. Pretty much everyone else here, with all my differences, I don't see them as bad as Shabir Ali from that
until they criticize me.
3 days later.
Almost all of them fail miserably. Shabir Ali is still an F. Muslim Cowboy, F. Warner, F. Smile to Jannah, F. Hijab is F. Ali Dawah is F. Hamza's Den, F. Ijaz, F. Abdullah Andalusi, he's F. Brother Paul, you're at an F, brother. So this shows that I was just being lenient how I graded these things. F. Uthman ibn Farouk, I used to think he was good, but now with his behavior, his lack of ability to call out those he's previously associated with calling.
What's that?
Just one thing here. A lot of these, we suspected a lot of this had to do with like who didn't sign his thing, but we were confused because Ali Dawah signed, so we're like, what? But then we realized, Ali Dawah just did a video against Jake, so that hurt his ego.
Oh, okay,
so,
yeah, that works. Yeah, so
like, they could explain different reasons. Yeah, you can almost explain everyone like why he did it.
To the Quran and Sunnah in the correct aqidah as much anymore. Seems like he has thrown a lot of that behind his backside.
Osman, he's talking about.
They make it too easy.
Yeah, they make it too easy.
And then they get mad when we make zoot jokes, and they set us up for them every single time.
You guys make us do it. It's like an alley-oop.
So, Osman, he's going to be at a D. Okay?
A D for Osman.
No, where is Osman on the? Is he? He's a C.
Osman is a C. He went from C
to a D. He went from C to D.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah. Warner had a D as well.
We're holding back. We're holding back, Malik. Malik, we're holding back.
I know we're trying to have a nice family friendly show, and he's like, "Yep, Warner gets a D, and yep, Sheikh Uthman he gets a D," and it's like, dude, come on.
Central
DAWAH
DAWAH
got a
also
D
gets a D.
because he sends D pics. That's what he got a D for. Actually, no. Actually, part of it, he said that actually part of the grading was because of his behavior, because he heard him say the N-word and stuff. He didn't mention anything about the D pics, but that might have something to do with it.
Yeah, for everyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, there was some. I remember hearing it a couple minutes of it sometime last year when Central DAWAH and some other guys, they're all attacking each other on TikTok, and they're like, "Well, Central DAWAH, you send penis pics to all the girls that you chat up on TikTok, and we know that." And he's like, "Well, you do too." And it's like, "Well, but we're not maintaining that we don't." And it's like, I was like, these are the DAWAH guys? These are the TikTok DAWAH guys? And they're all, "Of course we all do this." And that's before we find out all the other stuff they're into. But Islam, very strong. Respect our book that causes us to think like this.
Hey, David, if you ever do one of these, someone said you need to put a Zoot tier.
Yes, put a Zoot tier and put them all on there.
Zoot tier.
That's where he's at now. Brother Rumsey, he's young, so he's got time. I don't want to put him too far down, but he's going to be a D2. Muslim Lantern, I thought that was the case, that he was on the Quran wa Sunnah, but he's not. He doesn't want to warn against specific people. He knows his audience. He knows people who are probably even funding him. So he's going to be at the D. He's going to be at a D. Brother Hashim, just do something to show your disassociation, but they don't. I would say, Brother Hashim and the brothers from EF DAWAH and Brother Mansour, I'm going to say they're all going to be in the C to D range, honestly.
This is really interesting. So now he's making his primary criterion whether you are condemning the other DAWAH guys for being off on something. So if this is becoming like the criterion for 2026, you have to be condemning everyone that I disagree with. It's going to be a fun year.
Sabur and Hamza, I'm going to put them at the D level. And then when it comes to Libiano and Dean, I used to think that they were on the correct Aqidah and Manhaj, but they've disappointed me recently, and I'll go more into that. But I still have hope for them because they're young. So I'm going to put them in the C range. But really, they really disappointed me. Okay. And Ahmed Deedat, from the things that I have seen, he was not on the correct Aqidah. So he's probably going to go down to a D.
Well, hang on. And this is all just three days after he came up with this tier, and then 3 days later, actually it's all wrong. Everyone's an F or a D except for a couple guys that I have hope for in the future. Maybe they're C and
correct.
But what I didn't get about Ahmed Deedat is like this guy's been dead for so how long has he been dead? So he's like,
how did he change? How did he change? What did he do to you? Where did he touch you in the past 3 days, Jake?
Yeah, exactly.
He went from a B. He went from a solid B. To a D.
How do you do that? Like he didn't upset you.
Two grades down.
The dude's dead. He did not change.
He didn't change. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I have to say, Jake, like seriously, dude, that's a sure sign that this stuff is in your mind, right? That someone can be dead for decades and you have one assessment of him, but then 3 days later, after someone criticizes you or something, actually, there's this. Why? Because someone else on this list who really likes Ahmed Deedat, you downgraded him, he criticized you, and so by association, I'm going to insult your hero, Ahmed Deedat, too.
Oh,
dude, that's true. This is all in your mind, man. It's a narcissist is judging people based on their unquestioning devotion to him.
Wow.
And then you make decisions based on that. And that's exactly what you're doing here. It's exactly what Malik does.
That is so interesting.
They're all the same.
Yeah, that psychological breakdown makes sense because the Muslims were so mad that he put Deedat there and Zakir Naik.
They were mad that Deedat was B.
They were doing, so Deedat and Zakir Naik, they were like, why are you putting them so low? Like, what's wrong with you? And he knew when he was doing that, like he said beforehand, that this is going to upset a lot of people. So you're right. He's doing it just to upset people now. That's crazy.
Interesting. Yep. So
You know what he
he's
said though? He said that the most cult followers are Muslim Lantern fans and Libiano fans. So where do you put Muslim Lantern?
He put him in a.
Is it C? Oh, he's the
C.
C, the top C, and then
But he bumped him to D.
yeah, then he bumped him to D. Yeah. So I think he's about to downgrade Libiano and Dean right now too.
Yeah. So Jake, none of these guys, some of these guys did not change even slightly. It would be completely unthinkable that they changed in 3 days. So people who are dead and so on. And other guys, I seriously doubt any of these guys seriously changed in 3 days. And so what changed? People criticize you. And then that changes your view of everyone based on what they say about you. Dude, you have the same mindset as Malik. You have a bit more self-control, and you're significantly smarter than Malik. But notice, it's the exact same thing. You criticize me, that's the final straw. Now I have to destroy you. Better.
Wow.
I'm saying that because this, by the way, this is just to help you. I'm just saying this to help you. You've got to get that under control. You're just going to destroy yourself. I don't want to see you destroy yourself. You're also going to destroy your religion. Now, I do want to see you do that. So kind of mixed bag.
F. From the things that I have seen, very concerning. He was not on the correct aqidah. Not at all. Brother Bassam Zawadi and Fareed, I'm going to keep them where they are.
Because they agreed with being S and A right there. They didn't have any objection to being S tier and A tier. So I won't downgrade them. They didn't criticize my choice. I'm not a narcissist, I promise.
Wow.
Myself, I'll keep myself there at B.
Of course. So, I thought he was gonna upgrade himself.
You know what? Come to think of it, I'm A tier and S tier, and y'all are just jealous.
He didn't put anybody upwards.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Either they stayed the same or went down.
Yeah.
That's what it is. 90+% either they are outright deviants like Shabir Adi or Dr. Adi Atai or Abdullah Al-Andalusi or Ahmed Didat, Ijaz. Everybody else here pretty much claims to be following the correct aqidah and manhaj. And almost all of them fail miserably.
Oof.
Miserably. I've been trying to.
Oh, is this a clip I saw where he's saying, wait, is this Hamza watching him, or is this where he's talking to Hamza?
Yeah, so Hamza is like reacting to his rating, and he's like, I don't care anything what Jake says about me about being a Muslim.
So this is last night where Jake is on his crash out, and then he brings up Hamza's clip and reviews it.
Yeah, so it's Jake responding to that, to Hamza. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the new part for this. Yeah, Jake's response.
Lightly guide him down the right track for a while. And I know other brothers have too. John Fontaine, Yemeni, some of these other brothers have tried to say, look, Hamza, you got to look at the Aqidah, brother. Try to study, try to do some learning. But, it is what it is. He's not listening. So I think that those brothers really should.
Not listening to who?
Yep.
Wow.
All about you, Jake.
After seeing this, should really disassociate from him.
You have to disassociate with anyone who doesn't do what I say.
So
not a narcissist, though, right? Right, Jake?
I can't make it out C tier. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to be straight with you. What Jake has to say about me is completely irrelevant. Because when I questioned him as to I don't care about his opinion of me or what he thinks my Aqidah is or my opinions on different things or why did I do a GoFundMe. I don't care about none of that. Wallahi, Allah's my witness. You can put me in F for this.
Which, by the way, I just did.
See, Jake, look, if all you did were the funny sick burns, people would love you. Just learn to get a smile and do those funny sick burns. You'll be way more popular. In other words, dude, I'm trying to break it down for you. The reason you're not more popular is you. I'm giving you helpful advice here, man. I'm giving you helpful advice because I really like it when the complete narcissists become popular. I try to spur that on as much as possible because I know all you need. And this could be anything. If you have a company, if you had a big company, it could be anything. It could be Amazon. Just get like the top, all the most important people in the company, all to be like complete narcissists. They're done. They're done. That company will destroy itself as these guys try to destroy each other. But especially if you're dealing with an ideology, if all the most prominent figures that represent an ideology are, let's say you have a dozen narcissists, guess what? They'll love it as they're growing in attention until they have a ton of attention. But once they're there, then they see these other people that also have attention. They all want the attention all for themselves, and they start attacking each other, and they will destroy it from within, which we're seeing all around us right now. We're seeing all around us. So anyway, hope that helps.
None of that. My opinion, because when I questioned him as to, I don't care about his opinion of me or what he thinks my Aqidah is or my opinion.
He doesn't care what I think about his opinion on Aqidah.
Opinions on different things, or
his opinions on different things, which he denies the age of the Prophet's wife, says she was much older at the time, right? He thinks that music is halal.
He denies that Muhammad banged a 9-year-old. He is anathema to us.
He has a lot of different opinions that are just out there. They're wrong. They're not correct. But even those are lesser in extent. He was focused on that. I'm like, no, dude, I'm concerned about your Aqidah.
Why did I do a GoFundMe?
Why did I do a GoFundMe? Right? Like there's this accusation that he was scamming people out of money. He doesn't care if I think he's a scammer, which I didn't say that to him in this video, I think. He doesn't care what I think about his Aqidah. He doesn't care what I think about his...
Look where he freezed it on Hamza.
False opinions that he's taking and promoting live on his channel. He doesn't care about any of that. He only cares about what Jake thinks about his little bitty arguments. Then I said, okay, not just for your dawah and you going after Christians and atheists. What about your own personal beliefs? Do you think it is important for you to know yourself or not? Right? And I said, do you believe that one school is correct and the others are deviant and that they have deviant beliefs? He said he doesn't take a position on this matter. In other words, he doesn't care. He doesn't take a position on it. And he never will. He's like 50 years old or whatever he is. He's never attempted to even study these things and doesn't want to.
What hit me hard, especially coming from Jake, was my argumentation. My arguments are weak.
Quit talking about what hit you hard, man, because then we think, well, that's not what hit the Warner hard. Anyway, sorry. Come on.
Oh my God!
And
and you should know this. You did the video response to our Al Zut video, so you knew you were setting that up. What really came out of nowhere and hit me hard from behind was that. Come on, dude, stop it. Just stop, guys. All of you. Like you have to consciously think, what am I saying that leads to Zut jokes, and stop saying those things. It like distracts us now.
I treasure my arguments.
He treasures his arguments.
I sharpen. I clothe them. My argumentation is what
I worship them.
Feel is my strongest thing.
But would he ever say that about his Aqidah, about his beliefs about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Does he treasure them? Does he try to sharpen them? So this is the problem with the Dawah scene.
I already am a shirk apologist.
Did you hear that? He said, I already am a shirk apologist. And what he was responding to someone in the chat who said to him, now that you had this disagreement with Jake, he's going to call you a shirk apologist. And his response was, I already am a shirk apologist, and he's laughing about it. Ali Dawah, in response to a post that I made where I said that I disassociate.
So he's just going through responding to everyone who disagreed with him over his ranking?
Yeah, he crashed out on all of them.
Well, so Ali Dawah, he claims he doesn't care about. Give me an F. Give me an F. Like he claims he's like one of those guys who claims he doesn't care.
Oh, he cares. Care Bear, he cares.
Oh,
yeah,
they do. They're all narcissists. Well, no, not Hamza. Not Hamza. He doesn't give off that vibe, but Ali Dawah definitely does.
His main concern was what he said about Libiano and Dean. That's Ali Dawah's main concern here. Well, at least that's what he says is his main concern, because he says he was advised not to do this video.
He did it anyway.
So somebody told him don't do the video, but he still did it. So whatever that means.
And that enraged Jake, of course.
Yeah.
myself from Dean and Libiano because I think that they are not principled and that they are more concerned with pleasing men and getting popular.
They make it too easy. They make it too easy.
Pleasing men.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
All they care about is pleasing men. Come on, dude.
They just care about pleasing Azul. That's all they care about.
Than pleasing Allah. And I already explained to you why I said that. It's based upon the fact that they explicitly told me that they're avoiding these subjects now because they don't have enough popularity and they'll only get into it later. It's like once they've swooned these people into their audience, now they'll start talking about it a little bit. I said, listen, bro, you're mentioning a bunch of different things. Why don't we just get on a call and talk about it? Otherwise, you're not going to understand my perspective. And he refused to get on a call with me and said, no, basically, he's just going to put out the video.
When I talk about these issues, guys, people call me Ali Drama. And Black Shahman Farouk says, save the drama for your mama. I get really irritated and annoyed. And most of the times when I do these videos, it's not that someone's wronged me. It's rather that someone has wronged others. Because if anything, Muslims do what? Attack other Muslims, degrade them, insult them. And that's exactly what's happened. Now, I've decided not to mention the name. It's very obvious. I just don't want to go into that.
They always do this.
Anybody.
Well,
they always do this. They never mention the names. Like, we have a video where, like, Othman said when he's coming to the UK, and then Shamsi was responding to it, and Shamsi wouldn't say his name. So,
some brother somewhere who's coming to the UK from the US.
Yeah, so Othman would do, I'm coming to the UK, and then Shamsi would say, some brother says he's coming to the UK, and like everybody knows who they're talking about, but they just don't say names. So everybody knows he's talking about Jake. Jake knows he's talking about Jake. He knows he's talking about Jake. He just doesn't say his name. I don't get it.
But Jake calls names.
Yeah. I do have to say that I like his background though. I like his new background, like he's in a log cabin or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and yeah, that not calling out names thing, it's stupid. They do that with us. You'll have you'll have Sheikh Yasser Qadi, and there's this one guy, and he'll be talking about me for 5 minutes and won't mention my name. I don't care. Keep in mind, I don't care if you mention my name. It's like the fact that you think this does something like, and it kind of shows what you're really worried about is someone's going to go look up the name. One of your fans is going to go look up the name or something like this and find out, actually, you don't know what you're talking about.
This guy, he eats the Quran, and he's got this big YouTube channel. No, I'm not going to say who he is. I'm not going to say any names. I'm not going to say his name.
But one of life's great mysteries.
Oh, man.
That serves the deen. And if you're a YouTuber like a big Ali DAWAH YouTuber like me, and a newcomer comes and I have a...
If you're like the greatest YouTuber of all time like me, then...
like, oh, you know, this is a disease of the heart.
He's trying to frame this as if, oh, Jake is jealous of these up-and-coming new guys.
Yeah.
Dean responds,
obviously.
And the Orthodox Muslim, I'm warning you guys against them. These
by the way,
lethal, bro.
You see their background? You see, if you go back real quick, when he puts their pictures up, when he puts their pictures up, you'll see that they took God Logic's the background that God Logic has.
Oh yeah.
And so Dean used to have the same color as Libiano's, which is the same as Avery's, the same exact one. They copied his style and they saw that it was like working for him, so they copied his style. And now Dean's trying to make it a little bit of a different color, but that's they took it from him.
Yeah, and then Orthodox Lips sticks with the duck lips, though. He sticks with the...
Yeah. He's like, why does Dean copy that?
I'm warning you guys against them. These guys are lethal, bro. I've studied with them, bro. Let me tell you something. They're beautiful brothers. I've seen nothing but goodness in them. I've seen nothing but softness in them. And if there's anything that I will tell them and anyone in the Dawah scene, intentions, yes. And for me personally, I say, always brothers in the Dawah, make dua. Allah protects you from the fitna of women. Okay. We should in the Dawah be happy that the upcoming generation, me and Muhammad Hijab, wallahi, we are so happy. And they are lethal. And I warn you against them. And who am I warning? The Christians and the enemies of Islam. Because this next generation are lethal, bro. They are cold as ice. They are making your lives hell. That's the reason why I disagree so much.
This is the same Ali DAWAH. Hey, yo, no Christian can even show their face at Speaker's Corner now because we crushed them so hard. It's like, what planet do you live on, man?
This is the guy, the square triangle guy.
Yeah, they showed up and I showed him. I said, yo, look, man, this thing here, it don't be the same as this thing. Yo, it looked like a house, isn't it? Oh, it looked like a house. Oh, no, I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about here? Yeah, this the great authority on powerful argumentation.
Cold as ice guy.
Yeah, this guy, by the way, he tried to convert some guy to Islam who was like a transgender, whatever, and he tried to convert him to
Wonder
Islam. He gave him a Bible, and the guy became a Christian.
Yep, and he left the trans.
He left the terminology, and all he always took it as a W because he's like, well, he's people in the book now. Yeah, he's people in the book, so he's closer to us. And he's like, okay, if that's how you want to do it.
No, he gave him a Quran.
He gave him a Quran. Sorry, he gave him a Quran. Not a
brother who's come out and calling people who have given their life to the deen, like Ahmed Didat, Zakir Naik, that their arguments suck. Yes? Or this person.
To be fair, Jake's right on that one.
We don't know if he's a Muslim. Or Libiano.
See, their arguments suck. I already clarified what I meant by Zakir Naik and Ahmed Didat. And many of the other du'at would agree that a lot of their stuff is outdated and is not really good to use nowadays. So what does that say, Mr. Adi?
Yeah, what you really mean there is all of Dawah is just lies, but eventually the lies get exposed. And when the lies get exposed, you have to change to new lies that people aren't ready for. And people are ready for Zakir Naik's lies and Ahmed Didat's lies. So, yeah, they're not good anymore. So what you could say is they were higher tier back before people went and looked up the stupid things they're saying. But now they're pretty useless. So say that, Jake.
Libiano or Deen Response is doing it for the fame and money. Excuse me? How do you know that? For the brother.
Well, Malik pointed it out.
Who's going and putting them in a category A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever it is for that matter. I believe I'm right at the bottom. And I don't mean
He's like, whatever it is. Whatever the alphabet is.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, I haven't even paid attention to it. I wasn't staring at it all day enraged.
He's like just saying the alphabet. He's like, whatever the alphabet is, A, B, C, D.
He doesn't know.
However it goes.
He doesn't know what comes after G.
Yeah, just, the alphabet, how it goes like A, C. I think is there a G in there? And I think there's a 4. Is there a 4 in there? There's a 4 and like a triangle. And yeah, so I think those the tiers or something like that.
Yes, believe me, I believe I'm the least knowledgeable in the Dawah scene and the most problematic probably in the Dawah scene. Okay, may Allah forgive me. But let me tell you, if I was to categorize who's causing more harm to the Dawah with these moves, I will put that brother who's doing these videos right at the top. I don't give a damn who you are, bro. Okay, you have no right to come and tarnish the Dawah. Okay, and the brothers in the Dawah who are trying their best.
He has every right. He's a narcissist.
Okay.
And Dean responds, I saw your little post there because your friends here are putting it in the chat. And now I'm going to expose you as a liar. Now you're a straight up lying shaitan.
What?
So I'm going to expose
Whoa!
Took a dark turn.
Man.
Jake just called Dean Responds a lying shaitan?
Yep, a lying devil.
Yep.
Wow. Dawah Wars, baby. Welcome to 2026.
Whoa.
So keep talking, buddy. You're going to get exposed.
Whoa. Okay, that was a warning. Hey, I know stuff about you, buddy. You're going to make me go full Malik on you. Full Malik.
Full Malik. Never go full
Malik. Never go full Malik. Hey, we need to start saying that. Never go full Malik. This guy went full Malik.
Full Malik, guys.
Oh, hang on. We're way behind on. We're super chats here. Do some super chats real quick. Let's see. Malik said he knows where Carmen Sandiego at. Yeah, he found him. He found everything. You should contact the FBI or at least the police seriously in case they really try something. You will have a record. They really try something. You mean show up here? I've been telling them they literally have my address. And you got Malik running his mouth saying, yeah, if someone says something about me, I'm going to dox you and my whole crew's going to be showing up at your door. I'm waiting. Waiting for the knock. Waiting for the knock. Running his mouth. And you can already tell the personality type. They're scared of a man. They go after, that's why he goes after women, little coward. Airspace over Iraq and Iran is clearing. Fighter jets heard near Iran's border. Seems like it's happening tonight. Yeah, I will check that out. I will check that out later tonight. But yep, that is something that can have a serious impact on the world there. Should change the song. It wasn't me to it was Malik. It was Malik. It was Malik. Who did it? It was Malik. That's a good one.
Or Malik could sing it, and like every time he says something, like that was Central Dawa. It was Central Dawa. It was Libiano. It was the. It's like every time he says something, like snitch on him. Like.
Who need? Yeah. These guys are trying to figure out who snitched on them. It was Malik. Who snitched on me for this? It was Malik. Who needs enemies when you have friends like Malik? Yeah, I know. Malik has no problem with what Warner does. Didn't Malik call Warner woman grapist in text? Oh, we forgot about that. Yeah. Woman grapist in text. And what is Malik calling David? Secret grape apologist. Yeah. So yeah, this wasn't in the longer video. He didn't say it. He didn't say it while he's discussing it. He was just showing his text messages after he flipped out on the Warner for calling him a Mossad agent. And he was in there calling him a grapist. And so he knows stuff about him. He knows this stuff about him. And the Warner didn't object. He didn't say, what? What are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. You just wonder if it was like a trans person or who was it?
Yeah, the Warner was just like, well, grapist? What? Well, you don't even pray. Like that was his response. Like,
sorry, I missed what happened beginning of stream. What happened? What threat did they give to you now? D Wood, shout out from the Bronx again. Hi, Jai and DOC. No, this isn't about me. This is about DAWAH Wars. Spider-Man meme plot twist. They are all Mossad. Yeah. It's the Spider-Man meme where they're all pointing at each other. You're Mossad. No, you're Mossad. If you ate the Quran, did you constipated during Adhan prayer? No. Is bowing in Islam in prep for more Zut meetups? Well, that is the correct position. The Al-Zut gave Muhammad dawah in the desert.
Well, technically, he gave them dawah while they were doing it.
Any updates on Jake's health? Pray for him. Yeah, that's a tough one. But
he said he was fine in the 10 hours. He said his mental health is fine and his physical health is fine. It's what he has problems with is all the losers, the DAWAH guys.
Yeah, because that's what people were saying. They're like, okay, Jake must be, because Jake actually said, he made a point of that. He was like,
these guys doesn't destroy MS doesn't destroy your brain, right?
Not in that way.
No. But they don't know that. So they were just like, so basically one of the things that they were coming against him against was that he was talking about the intentions of Libiano and Dean, for example, saying they're doing it for the money, they're doing it for the fame, etc. And a lot of them were saying, well, you can't talk about intentions for those guys. But then they were talking about why he's doing this. And they were talking about his intentions. Why is he doing this? Oh, it's because of this problem or that problem or this problem. So he pointed that out. He's like, oh, you guys are assuming my intentions. I don't have any recent health issues. I don't have any mental issues. So he was saying that's not what it is. So it's not his, according to him, that's what he says.
Interesting. Sahib Bukhari 230 plus Night of Al-Zut equals evidence. Yeah, I shared that in my second video on Muhammad on the Night of Al-Zut. Yeah, Sahib Bukhari 230, that's where Muhammad was clearly bragging to his followers about having the sexual strength of 30 men that he got injected into him. Sahih al-Budi. Remember when Mojab was laughing uncontrollably? That was in Bosnia with Sneeko. Drugs seem more and more likely. Yeah, he was clearly high, and then Malik exposed it. That's what they do on their DAWAH trips. Why did you call out Malik by eating the Quran again? That was when he went after GodLogic's wife. That's when I just decided to go after the Quran. Got it. If these guys, their religion didn't teach them manners, we will teach them manners. How trustworthy is this guy after David Segata and Mike Jones exposing? Anyway, the whole thing is funnier and more entertaining than any Netflix. Yeah, we can do live streams every day from now on, guys, the entire year. These guys are melting down. Logic has Dihya vibes to DAWAH boys. Grow the beard. They're in love with him. Hypocrisy is the Muslim superpower. Yeah, it is. It's off the charts. Everything I find on the Night of Al-Zut, it talks about them treating Muhammad against his will like doctors. Trust your account more, though. Brokeback Muslims featuring Al-Zut. Gay meme. That's a good meme. Gonna be using that meme a lot this year. Gayest thing I've ever heard. That's a bit zooty. That's true. Muhammad removes Joseph and wants to marry Mary. Malik wants to remove Mrs. Godlogic. And yeah, you see the pattern, guys? So Muhammad, according to Muhammad, he gets to marry Mary in paradise. So he makes her have no husband. And what does Malik do? He gets rid of Mrs. Godlogic so he can try to have Avery all to himself. In a lost hadith, his nickname for Mo was Abi. Oh, is that Daddy?
Yeah.
When I feel stupid, I feel so close to Allah. Here we have AP. Why do you never talk about the real impact of demons?
AP Dean.
Demons have no beards. Makes sense now. Yep. Mahomo thought semen came from the back because he was throwing it back for the Al-Zut who were giving him some passionate desert dawah. Did he dox anybody else? The tally should be up to 250 or so. Sounds like a lot of hot air. Yeah, he doxed my family, then doxed Thaddeus, I think, and then IP. So he's doxed a few people, but yeah, I don't think he's ever going to catch up. We were at 300 pages or so. For anyone who didn't watch, he said for every page of the Quran we rip up, he's going to dox one more person who's associated with us or who's our family or something like that. So we went ahead and ripped up like, I think over 300 pages of the Quran. And so he's got some work cut out for him. I heard of a demon named David Segura. Demons are a very big problem, which we don't talk about enough. David, I think you should really hone in on the demonic influence on Malik being such a fan of you. Where's the
Everyone's
Zut tier?
like trolling Nordine.
Yeah, that's messed up. Why is everyone trolling Nordine right now?
Yeah, he stopped and all you guys started.
Yeah, now he's gonna start again.
Where's the Zut tier? Jake just effed all of Dawah. He put them all in the F tier.
Oh,
He effed them all. Classic.
He actually did.
He did.
Quran on the way. I'm going to take it to work just in case the portable toilet is out of reading and wiping material. More so the latter. Not a good year for the Quran. These guys act like a bunch of catty high school girls fighting over who gets to go out with D-Wood first. These Dawah guys love you, David. And that's from Cora Sagera.
Oh, she got on a carbon as well.
I'm rating Islam as Al-Zut tier 30 to 1 points. That sounds about right. Junior, not even here. This list sucks like Al-Zut. It does suck. This is garbage. If Junior's not on your list, we're not taking it seriously. Give the king his throne. Junior equals S. That's right. Congratulations to Junior on becoming the face of Dawah in 2026. Don't let Masad Malik steal your title, champ. That's right. Junior isn't on the list because he is an S-tier Christian Jewish apologist. He's spreading the gospel Torah better than anyone else. He is doing a bang-up job. A long time ago in a desert far, far away. Dawah Wars. I know who else got a D in the desert. Mufti Abu Layth, not really Dawah, but better than most of these guys. I don't really know them all. He was so funny, too, before they went after him.
Man, that's so true.
D. Wood, I am on the right Aikido, but no Muslims there. 9/11, I'd like to report an accident. Jake has crashed out badly. Send help. Oh, 911. Yeah, 911. He's crashed out. Got an accident. At least now with this tier list, we finally have the Dawah list and Dawah files. Epstein has competition. Yeah, we got a list of all these guys. Just got here. I'm not really in the know of what's going on. Is this guy doing a rating system of his Muslims he'd like to zut? That is one interpretation. Archer says phrasing for those ridiculous setups. What is this? Archer? Phrasing? More jizya funding jihad against Dawah. God bless. Thank you. Welcome to Dawah. The Dawah guys forgot they all have a common enemy. Dawah has gone into the dead dog well. Yeah, well, that's water's not made impure by anything, so you're good. AP says, demons are a very big problem. That's a good point, good point. If Malik is such the great Muslim, how can he ignore 6108? That is an ongoing problem. Doesn't seem to care about it at all. Do you think it hurts Tommy Robinson credibility going to a Muslim country in Dubai to see his friend Andrew Tate box? No, kind of made him, I mean, Andrew Tate, yeah, it's like, why are you following that guy around? Come on. But no, actually just going to a Muslim country, that's just kind of based. I remember the Muslims getting happy when the whole situation with Sam happened. The whole situation was a divinely orchestrated slap to their face. Yeah, nothing ever works out like they think it will. Hippo character. Oh, that's a super sticker. Thank you for the super sticker with the hippo.
Yeah, what? The Muslims finally thought they had something.
I know. And they don't realize I'm sitting. Yeah, they don't realize I'm sitting there handing it to them. And I told them. I said, beware of D. Wood when he comes bearing gifts. And they know. We got
And
him.
the first thing they say is it's not David Wood that did it.
Yeah, it's David Segura.
David Segura. That was stupid.
Oh man.
What if Malik was Salman's mole? Oh, that's a good theory. So
Oh.
Salman from Behind Veils had someone who's in their chats and is feeding him information. And yeah, we don't know who it was, but what if it was Malik? Huh.
Whoa.
Interesting theory. Hey, David, watching while on work break. That's a good place. Good place to watch. Islam is the holiest religion. Shukran.
Shukran means thank you in Arabic.
We need a Sahih al-Bukhari 5080 read-along. Yeah, that'd be good. To be fair, Muhammad was once on the D level, something to be proud of by their standards. Yeah. No comment there. And last one here. If D Wood is Mexican, how did his wife get a green card? Yeah. Oh, maybe I married her so I could get a green card.
Oh.
I needed a gringo wife to get my green card.
That makes sense. Let's say.
All right, back to Jake here. Let's go, Jake. Come on, Jake. Burn up some more. Burn up some more Dawa guys for us.
Just a couple minutes ago, he just put this out. So Dean, I'm going to actually put the link for Dean. If he wants to, he can come up because I will literally take an oath before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and do a mubahala right now with Dean based upon.
Yeah, let's do mubahala, bro. Let's do mubahala.
I just want to say, how many times have we given the link to like these guys? We've given the link to Dean. We've given the link to Jake. They never come. But
They
yeah,
never do the mubahala.
but they actually, he actually came for Jake. But we've tried to do this before, Jake. We've given you the link. We've given Muslim Cowboy or what's that guy? Sajid. We have
Just to be
Sajid
clear, so what it looks like is they're more inclined to take the link from each other.
Yeah, that's
they will take the link from each other.
It's a good conclusion.
He says. So he says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I, Dean responds, believe that the Ethody creed is the one true creed, and that the other creeds contain deviant or even kufri entailments in believing them. Notice he doesn't mention Ash'ari or Maturidi specifically, right? But why is it that Brother Jake said this and that had to make him go and do this? Which it's just strange, bro. Like, you shouldn't be doing things because of Brother Jake. You should be doing things because you think that you should do them and that they're principled. So did you put this up here because you realized Brother Jake made a good point that you should actually make a post like this? Or did you put it up in spite just to try to make me look bad? Which one is it, bro? Because, like, why haven't you done this before? This is the thing. Let me see if I could zoom in, actually. So he says, Dean responds, blah, blah, blah. I read the part. My channel is oriented against Christians mainly and defending Islam. What kind of Islam? The Ash'ari Islam? Maturidi? The Mu'tazili Islam? The Shi'i Islam? The Islam of Ibn Sina? Of Ibn Arabi? Which one? I don't expand in detail on these topics as I'm no expert. Okay, I can agree with you, you're no expert, so you don't have to expand in a lot of detail. However, everyone on my Discord server agreed I never hid my beliefs. If anyone ever asked me, I would let them know I'm Ethody. Muhammad Hijab has said that he's Ethody or Hanbali for years, but yet he gets all this fame and popularity. They don't care if you say that you're Ethody. They care if you attack the creed or criticize the creed of the Ash'aris and the Maturidis and say that it's wrong and say that the people who are promoting it, name them, are deviants. That's what they care about. That's what you don't do, and you'll never profit.
Little side note, everyone. Pause it. Let me just pause it because I finally have, hang on, let me go full screen for this. We finally have our Quran pig. Going to be named some version of Malik. Everyone ready for it? Everyone, this is actually beautiful. This is actually a work of art that will be a mainstay for very long here on the show. All thanks to Malik. Everyone ready to see Quran pig?
Yes.
Everyone ready to see Quran pig? What was that? What was the suggestion? Malik?
Al Khanzir, the pig.
Oh yeah, then there was one right after that. I'll have to check it out. Anyone ready? Here you go. Here you go. Look, tell me if this is like the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life.
Whoa! What?
Oh, that's nice.
How did you do that?
That's beautiful.
Look at that. Look at the detail.
That is,
Wow.
yeah. I'm probably gonna draw some eyes on there and make the little pig nose and stuff like
Wow.
that.
Look at
How
that.
did you do that?
That's actually legit.
No, that is pretty.
Now, do you want us to read it? What it says?
Oh yeah. Reading Quran pig. No, hey, maybe yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's have it. Reading Quran pig. See if there's what you can make out.
I saw يصدقون. They believe يتقون.
Salah. It's hard to get a verse here.
I can see al-maut,
Oh yeah, al-maut means death. Oh, it says
which means death.
غير الله.
غير الله. Yeah, it's definitely the Quran words. And there's the sa'a, which is the hour.
We're getting individual words here, but
I can confirm.
it is the Quran.
Oh, it's the Quran. I can confirm it's the Quran, and it's actually 2 Qurans because wanted some wanted big letters so they can be seen, but yeah. So there's some of them came from this giant one here, this mega Quran, and then some of them came with this. Come from this a little bit smaller but still really big Quran, but I wanted them legible, wanted them so you can see what's actually there. So anyway, that is Malik the Quran pig. I'll check recommendations for names again, and we'll see what the official name is, and then I'll either have it, I'll have him on a little stand with what his name is, or I'll just write it down the side. We'll have to see.
Now, what are you thinking for the color? Are you thinking like red?
The pink.
Red? Oh, pink?
It's a pig, isn't it?
Yeah, but for the name, when you write Malik, what do you think is going to be most visible? Is it like red, or maybe you do red with a black outline? That could work.
Yeah, I'll have to figure it out. But I have to say, I'm really pleased with the results here. That is a high quality Quran pig.
Good job.
All thanks to Malik. Malik, there may never have been. I mean, we've already got people like Hatun, like feeding the Quran, putting the Quran in pig slop, and having the pigs eat the Quran. She posted pictures about that. So you already had that, but now, I mean, you actually have a Quran pig. This may be the world's, I mean, I did make a Quranagami pig that I named Abu Porker, but this may be the first only Quran sculpted pig like ever. And it wouldn't have existed if it wasn't for Malik, who decided to cross every line he could come up with right at the beginning of 2026. We may have a winner. Someone said call him Maloink.
Maloink.
That's really good.
Maloink. Okay, taking a shot of that. Maloink's a good one.
Dr. Maloink. Oh, Dr. Maloink.
Dr. Maloink. Hey, Dr. Maloink. Okay, I'm going with that one, guys. Don't need any, unless you just come up with something that's like, people are coming up with that one. Dr. Maswine Leak. Oh, wow. Cool stuff. All right. I think I'm staying with Dr. Maloink, the Quran pig. Dr. Maloink, the snitching Quran pig. All right. Let's get the rest of this video here.
Do because you're following in the footsteps of the other people who have written the playbook for you to try to gain popularity.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, I've never told Jake I don't want to sign the Haqiqatu paper because it'll hurt my fame, etc. Astaghfirullah. I'm sure people who are close to me can't even imagine me saying such words. I said, and I'll copy paste what I told Fareed. My brother, Wallahi, uqsim billah, you are lying. You are an absolute liar.
Whoa.
Absolute liar.
Lying
based upon
shaitan.
that statement. You called me on the phone, and I gave you credit. At least you had enough guts to call me. I'll explain to you guys exactly what happened.
Hold up. Don't call Jake on the phone, guys. Don't call Jake on the phone.
Oh, yeah. We're all going to hear that recording one day.
Yeah. It should have a little warning. Warning, this call will be monitored and recorded.
What happened was I contacted these brothers. I sent them the document. Dean initially said that he agreed to sign it. Then he must talk to Libiano, and Libiano kind of talked him out of it.
Libiano initially kind of agreed as well, or said, they agree with everything in there. I'm not saying that they don't agree with what's in the document, but they didn't want to sign it. Libiano never even responded back to my message. I messaged him on WhatsApp to say, hey, bro, we're about to put this statement out. We want to see if you're going to get on it or not. He didn't respond. 4 or 5 days, whatever went by, and then his butler, one of his good personal friends, reaches out to me and says, Brother Jake, I just want to let you know, 5 days later, Libiano's not going to sign the document, and he's too shy to tell you. So Libiano, the big bad...
Is this whole thing like a big whining? He didn't sign my document. He didn't sign my document, so I declare war on everyone who didn't sign my document. You got to sign my document. When I give you a document, when Jake the Muslim metaphysician gives you a document, you sign it, or I'll lower your tier.
You know what? Libiano thinks he's Muhammad. He's like, oh, Muhammad is too shy to tell you, but I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
Guy, the one who's going against all the cross-lickers and destroying all the kuffar. He's too shy to respond to my message. But
Allah's not shy. No, but Jake the Muslim metaphysician is not shy.
I didn't even coerce him into
What's that?
No, what he said about that's his thing. So Libiano gets really sensitive when people call him a stone licker. So he started saying cross licker because the Muslims are very original with their insults and stuff. So Jake is saying that he's so brave to call Christians that, but he won't even talk to me on the phone. This brave guy insulting Christians won't even talk to me. So yeah, they're all stone lickers, but that's what he's trying to say.
I just asked him respectfully, brother, can you respond to me? No response. He sends his butler to come and tell me that no, he can't sign it and he's too shy to tell you. So, Dean, even though now you're a liar, I still grant you enough credit that you actually contacted me. You had enough bolas. You had enough cojones to actually call and...
Hey, talking about the cojones. Hey, mi hombre.
What's it called? He's taking from your culture, man. He's what do they call that?
Hey, yeah, stop appropriating my culture, esse. You stay over there in your maracas, man. I got the maracas, you got the maraco, huh?
Message me and say, Jake, I'm not going to sign it, and here's why. And you said that Libiano was doing it for the same reasons. Now, what you said to me explicitly, wallahi, I am standing before Allah, and I will stand before Allah on Judgment Day and say this exact same thing. Let me remove this so you can see me clearly, Dean. And I want you to stop lying, because now you're lying. What you said was, explicitly, you said that my audience is not big enough, Brother Jake. I haven't even reached barely 20,000 subscribers yet. Ooh. This is literally the language you used.
Everyone hearing what he's saying? He's saying that these guys are just, hey, I can't be calling people out. I'm not at the level where, I'm still trying to get as many followers as possible. So I shouldn't be attacking other Muslims and getting into that while I'm still trying to, build up my fan base. So yeah. And this is enraging Jake, because he's still trying to build up his fan base, but he's willing to declare war against everyone else in DAWAH.
Yeah, this would be the equivalent of, like, imagine if there was like a huge Unitarian community. They were claiming to be Christians. We don't consider them Christians; they're heretics.
But you don't want to say anything.
But you have someone who's up and coming, and they want to okay, I want the Christians, Trinitarians. I want their following. I also want these Unitarians who claim to be Christians. I want their following as well. I'm not going to say my stance on the Trinity. Do I believe in the Trinity, or I believe in a Unitarian conception of God? I'm not going to say it. I don't want to offend people. I want to get a good following. And then once I get 100K followers, then I'll tell people I believe in the Trinity, or I believe in this or that. That's actually what they think. They think that the others are heretics. They actually think that the ones who don't believe that Allah is physical body, like he has a physical foot, physical two right hands, that they're not Muslims. So it's like saying you're a Christian, you believe in the Trinity, and you're trying to appease Unitarian heretics, and you're like, oh, I just want them in my audience, but once I get big, then I'll tell them they're heretics when I get big.
And Jake doesn't like this. Doesn't matter you have 1 follower or 1 million followers, you have to sign a document when he says you sign it.
And if you say I'm lying, then come and take an oath before Allah on this channel right now.
Say wallahi.
Do it, because I know you're watching. You won't do it because you know it's true. You said, Brother Jake, I don't even have, and I remember exactly what you said. I was shocked.
Because I have it recorded.
I was quiet. You know, and I probably should have actually responded how I am now, but I tried to say, you know what, let me give him a little
better late than never, Jake.
Time and see if he's going to change his mind. But it didn't happen. So you said, Brother Jake, I'm not going to sign it because my channel is too small. I don't even have barely 20,000 subscribers left. And I don't want to alienate my audience because some of the viewers that view Daniel's channel also view mine, and I don't want to lose those viewers. That's what you said.
Oh, dang, you hear that? He says, some people are watching both me and Daniel, and if I call out Daniel and sign this document, then Daniel's fans won't watch me anymore, and I don't have enough followers to be losing them right now. Dang, Jake calling him out. Good job, Jake.
And then you also said explicitly, that, oh, Brother Jake, Daniel also has a big platform and he's powerful, and I don't want him to come after me. I don't want him to come after me because then that's going to stifle my...
That's right. He's got a point there. You mess with Daniel, Daniel will just make an endless array of 6-hour videos responding to you. So saying, I don't want to deal with that mess.
Platform and the growth on my channel, and I'm going to lose followers. This is what you explicitly said. Explicitly. I'm looking at the bottom. Who is here, though? Our good friend, Mr. Pikachu, is here.
Hey!
How's it going? Can you hear me?
How's it going, Shirk Apologist?
Oh, I thought I was upgraded to Mushrik.
Well, you are, but you can be both.
I'm a Mushrik, right?
You are, yeah.
Okay. Dean, hey, assalamu alaikum. How's it going?
Guy. A mushrik is someone who associates partners with Allah.
So Daniel kind of like bullied his way onto this because he was in like the waiting room or whatever, like for the StreamYard thing, and he was posting it on X saying, I'm waiting. Yeah. They don't have me on. They're cowards. So I don't know if that came to Jake's attention or he just like saw him there, but he was trying to bully his way onto the stage. He got on there though.
Good job. So, got to do it. Got to do what works there, Daniel.
Doing good. Yourself?
I said salam alaikum. Can you respond to that?
Yeah, wa alaikum salam.
Okay. Salam alaikum to you, Jake. Can you respond to that?
Wa alaikum.
So I hear that I'm on kufr and I'm a mushrik according to Jake. You agree or not? I guess you said salam to me, Dean. So I'm still a Muslim.
Agree. You don't have to ask me. You have to ask Dean that question. That's not to me.
Yeah, am I?
Another concerning point was Wilayat Takwiniya that I saw. Now,
do you believe?
Who is this dude? I know the other guys. Who's this dude?
Jake just brings up like random people that like nobody, like Daniel. I don't think Daniel knew like half the people that Jake brought up. They just like came up and they were just like saying like I think there was one point where there was like 6 of them versus Daniel, and I was thinking, man, they got to get like a 30-on-1 ratio eventually, but they never did. But yeah, he just brings up like random people. I don't know who these people are. Other than like Dean, we know Dean, but
Jake even here? Like Jake, what do you
think? That's
fine.
Jake trusts me. Speak. You keep talking over me.
Yeah, let Jake.
It's okay, Daniel. Jake trusts me to engage with you here.
Oh, I don't think he trusts you at all. Actually, he graded you as an F, bro. He doesn't trust you
as
an
F.
Yeah, or was it a D?
No, he said he has some hope for these guys because they're young, and he put them on a non-F tier. So stop lying, Daniel. Stop lying about Jake because you're jealous.
Remember, like these rankings change.
It's okay. Inshallah, Jake can rank me as Z.
Is he a D or an F, Jake? Do you trust him to represent you?
Oh, he wants the Z. He wants the Z.
He's representing himself.
I want the Zut level. You can make me this.
Oh man,
Zut tier.
You came on here to speak to him when he was talking about
I came here to speak to both of you.
It's okay. Here, Daniel.
I want to know what you would think about slaughtering to the jinn.
Yeah, like I told you.
I think that you, as usual, are one of the most deceptive people I ever met, that you play with your words, that you try to word things in an ambiguous way to confuse people, when in reality, what you read from Bin Baz has nothing to do with slaughtering for other than Allah. or two other than Allah. You tried to bring up the quote, but it doesn't actually match what you said. And when Dean called you out on that and demonstrated the distinction, you just collapsed back into our position.
Yeah. Your position
that's
is that. So why is Sulaiman ibn Abdul Wahhab a shirk apologist then? For his statement that Fareed quoted.
Why did I say that?
Okay, so you disagree with Fareed then?
I don't believe that text is authentic. Fareed is not here. We're not here to defend Fareed.
He's your friend. Yeah, you're signing letters with him.
But Daniel, he's also A tier. Fareed's also A tier.
Yep.
You said we could discuss Wilayat Takwiniya.
You're sharing his videos, Jake.
Fine. So Daniel, is it shirk for someone to say that someone
Jake,
can bear all of the control of the atoms in the universe?
Are you gonna let him dog walk you? Are you gonna let him just take over your show?
He's not dog walking me. You challenged him, and now he's responding to you. He's responding to you, and now when he wants to pivot to what you said you were willing to discuss with him, you don't want to do it.
We're still on the Jinn slaughter issue. Okay. He has also
we got a bunch of fakers here. I don't know if Dan is sending these people. He's got the electronic flies.
Yeah. You think all your haters are now Daniel followers now? Bro, you have you've made everyone your hater now, basically.
That's a win for Daniel right there, right?
Yeah,
he's like, so everyone's attacking Jake in the chat apparently and stuff. And he's like, oh, we got all the Daniel followers. And Daniel points out, you have made everyone your enemy. Why do you think they're all my followers right now?
Man, just imagine these guys.
I know.
As someone pointed out in the chat, these guys used to be debate partners on PBD.
And now look where they are.
Man, oh man.
Here, this is the statement. He has also Daniel has also downplayed other polytheistic practices, such as offering sacrifices to jinn. Yeah. Nowhere does that say in the name of jinn.
Do you believe it's shirk?
Me? I just explained it to you. It depends. It depends. Did you hear me read the Bin Baz fatwa?
Yeah.
Did you?
I heard you read it. Okay, and it doesn't say anything about what you're saying.
Let's test your understanding. Did Bin Baz say that
it doesn't say anything about what you're claiming?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Are you trying to gaslight me right on this stream, bro?
Yeah. I am.
Bin Baz said that.
Wait, what? Are you trying to gaslight me?
Yeah, I am.
You're darn right I am. I'm the king. I don't know what it means. I'm the king of gaslighting. Yeah, I will gaslight the crap out of you, bro. Don't mess with me. I'm the gaslighter. It's my superpower. I gaslight. Oh, it's something bad? Oh, never mind.
If you sacrifice to ward off the harm of the jinn, that is haram. It's not shirk.
Yeah, but that's sacrificing in the name of Allah.
The sacrifice is to Allah.
Yeah.
You dumbass.
To warn off the jinn, to ward off the jinn.
Yeah, but it's to Allah.
That doesn't matter.
It matters what it matters who the sacrifice is to, dumbass.
Where? Let me read it again. You have a problem with understanding.
We said your shirk is that you believe that it is not shirk to offer sacrifices to jinn, not to Allah to ward off jinn. You see the distinction, Dan?
You can't play these games with me, that are not in the fatwa, bro. You're making distinctions that are not in the fatwa.
Wow.
It was hours and hours of going around like that.
Is it okay to give sacrifices to demons? Is that okay? Like this is their religion.
To Allah for demons.
Okay. But that's not what the fatwa said. Like this is their religion. They're like talking about if they can sacrifice the demons or not. And he's like, and that's what he calls Daniel like a polytheist for, because they're arguing about if you can, like, how do you properly sacrifice to ward off demons, or to do, is it to the demon, or is it to Allah on behalf of the demon? It's like.
And then they're all ready to throw each other under the bus for giving the wrong answer.
Yeah, I'm an S tier gaslighter. I'm an S tier.
Yeah, I'm the best of gaslighters. Wow. So welcome to January. Welcome to January of 2026, guys. This is what's going on in the DAWAH world. I'm supposed to be on with Hatun here in about 15 minutes, so let's take the rest of these super chats, and then we'll be out. And we've got more DAWAH wars to cover, guys. We have to catch up on all the DAWAH wars. So Mike Winger is a better rapper than Dr. Malik. Ooh, sickest burn ever. He's basically saying the biggest dork on the planet is a better rapper than the real other biggest dork on the planet. We should consider creating a site called MaliLeaks where we can document all the bad behavior of these DAWAH guys. Yeah, they leak it all the time. Break news from Iran. Ayatollah has set up minions to seize all Depend diapers left in Iranian markets. He's trying to stock up before Daddy Trump's arrival. Not looking good for the regime there. Be sure to take Jai and DOC to In-N-Out when in the U.S. Oh, yeah, maybe we'll have Jai and DOC react to all this American stuff.
I've actually never had In-N-Out. Despite being from America, I never had it.
Well, Muhammad had it. Junior isn't on the list because the grade ends at F, ergo ungraded. Bless. He was too low. I still remember how people were worried when D. Wood did that video exposing everything. You're going to give ammo to the Muslims. Christians need to be united. But look, it's the beginning of 2026, and DAWAH is as fragile as ever, more so. 4D chess has worked. God bless y'all. Yeah, these guys can fall for anything every single time. I said, oh, that was it. Dr. Pig Leaks. I actually like those kind of equally. Dr. Pig Leaks and Dr. Maloink. I'm going to do it right here. We're going to have a poll here. Not the way Muhammad did, but we're going to have a poll here, guys. Start a poll. What should this Quran pig be named? Dr. Pig Leaks or Dr. Maloink? All right, guys. So those are the options. If you don't know, if you somehow tuned in super late here, we have this Quran pig. It's made in honor of Malik, who's been leaking information about anyone and doxing people, doxed my entire family, doxed my wife while I was out of town, had all his creepy little DAWAH buddies calling her up and stuff. He called her up live, like he's on camera calling her up and stuff. Doxed my family, doxed Thaddeus and his family, now doxing inspiring philosophy. And so we're responding the way what we feel is appropriate. And we need a name for this guy. Got it narrowed down to 2. Don't worry, there'll be other things to name in the future, but let's see what we got. All right. And I'll take these last couple super chats, and then we'll go with what it says there. I said Dr. Pigleaks. It says As-salami bacon ibn al-pork. That's what he could say. That could be his theme. I preferred Dr. Did you see DAWAH superstar Junior swears he's leaving USA for Saudi Arabia? He got beat so bad by Nick and IP that he's literally running. Shocker. He's got to run to the other part of the world where he can silence his enemies. My dad's in town. What do I open with? Wait, what?
Oh, his dad's a Muslim.
Oh, what do I open with? Questions. I'd have a nice little discussion, and then as soon as he says Bible's been corrupted, then start asking some questions about the Islamic dilemma. Or you can go straight for talking about Al-Zut, depending on the situation.
Pray. Do that. Do a lot of prayer before you talk to him too.
Mubahala here, Mubahala there, but I don't see Mubahala happen anywhere. Where are the real Muslims to step up to one of these Mubahala call-outs? Yeah, I know. They all brag about it until someone actually says, let's do it, and then they all back down like cowards because they all know they're liars. The Mubahala challenge is where you say what you're saying, the other person says what they're saying, and then you ask God, you ask Allah to curse the liar. But they know if you ask Allah to curse the liar, they're all cursed. So they don't want to do it. My God is tiny, inshallah. Oh, instead of inshallah, inshallah. Quranic pages in a Charlotte's Web book. Ah, that's good, because that's about a little pig. Malik El Chancho. Mawik and Junior should take IQ test to see which one is smarter. Remember, Junior is definitely a 149. Yeah, I saw some clip of that. I think it was with AP or something like that. And AP was calling him, said, hey, I'm 50 points higher IQ than you, or someone's 50 points higher. And he goes, oh, really? You're over 200? like Junior has a 150 IQ. Oh, man. I hope Islam in Iran doesn't make it. Islam in Iran is already doing really, really terribly. 40% of the population of Iran now consider themselves any kind of Muslim. So Iran is already a Muslim minority country. They just need different leadership. Here's inspiring philosophy. Boy, it sure would have been good if Allah had made this issue clear in the clear and fully explained Quran. Yeah, all the stuff that they're arguing about. What about Bin Baz and blah, blah, blah. Sacrificing, by the way, I mean, think about that. They're worshiping all these various scholars and stuff in their fatwas. Sacrificing to ward off demons is so pagan, not a single Old Testament reference. Sacrifices for that. These guys are sacrificing to jinn. This is super offensive to pigs. Yeah, but, you know, can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. Did you get to see our debate? Love to hear. No, haven't watched it yet, but I'm hearing some things about Junior and a monkey that, yeah, I have to check out. I definitely have to check out now. And here we have, thank God I serve Jesus, who will take care and go after one lost sheep over and calls us as believers to care for the one who's struggling and help restore them, not like these Muslims where ego is their real Allah. Good summary of the Dawah Wars and how it contrasts with Christianity. All right, guys, what's the plan for installment 2 of Dawah Wars to catch everyone up?
Well, there's like a million more hours of that. So yeah, there's probably actually, you know, there's actually an X channel, a Muslim channel, who like clips all the discussions. We could honestly just go through his clips and just review his clips, because they're all in that discussion from last night. We could do that. That's an idea.
All right, guys, so I'm heading over to Hatoon's channel so we can discuss some things there, and maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll have volume 2 of the January Dawah Wars tomorrow. We'll see what happens, and pretty much definitely going to have some more Dawah Wars discussions here just in January, because they are in full meltdown mode. So fun times for us. For them, not so much. Last one here, Jack Ray. Muslim minority country, watch out. You might perk up Daniel Kikachu with that statement. Yeah, I'd be like, what? Whoa, they got minors? Did he say minority? I have to go to Iran right now. What a religion. All right, guys. See what happens. Catch you all in a few over on Hatoon's channel.